In the moments before kickoff, in the quiet and the still, there's a nervous energy for what lies ahead. But as soon as those flags are raised, as soon as that first whistle is blown, you show up or shut down. For the Tigers, the answer is clear. Under center, Satemba pushing forward, QB sneak into the end zone, touchdown Tigers. He's got plenty of time. Fires a long ball. Matthews Boudreau all by himself, and he's brought down. No, he dodges a tackle and dives in. Touchdown, St. Matthews Boudreau. The new season, the new era, begins with a statement. But a bigger challenge lies ahead. Crossing state lines again for the confines of Harmon Field. From the heart of Razorback country, it's game time again. It's the Broken Arrow Tigers and the Fayetteville Purple Dogs. This is Tiger football. And we are gold-blooded. Around here you say, woo pig suey if you want to speak the language. We're coming to you live from the shadow of Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium in Fayetteville, Arkansas. The Broken Arrow Tigers square off with the Fayetteville High School Purple Dogs in Game 2 of the 2025 season. Hello everyone and welcome aboard our ArrowVision live stream brought to you by Kinetic. I'm Dylan Rivera. He is Mo Wallace, a.k.a. Coach Mo, a.k.a. the Mo the Merrier. We're under a half hour away from kickoff, and in this one there's a lot of eyes on the quarterbacks, Coach.
Yes, a lot of eyes on these two quarterbacks that are coming to us from Fayetteville, Arkansas. You know, our guy, Jeremiah Satemba, did a great job last week. 13 of 18, 293 with 3 touchdowns. Very efficient, you know, game control ball right there. Their guy, Hank Hendricks, 21 of 35, 471 and 4 touchdowns, 471 yards and 4 touchdowns. 2 pretty good quarterbacks going at it tonight. They're going to put these defenses on alert tonight.
Hank Hendricks has all of the critical acclaim, a 4-star in the 2027 class, number 13 QB in his class, and he was a sophomore starter down in Boerne, Texas. He might be able to go just about anywhere for school. Now, as far as Jeremiah Satemba, we mentioned last week the goals he has for himself this season in his senior year. Last week, he talked about going 3,500 yards, going into contention for Gatorade Player of the Year, and of course winning a championship. But our sideline reporter Madison Dildine has more on BA's QB1 in our weekly 100 Yards interview.
Welcome into this week's edition of 100 Yards. I'm Madison Dildine, joined alongside senior quarterback Jeremiah Satemba. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do it. Jeremiah, what is your favorite thing about playing quarterback?
My favorite thing about playing quarterback is definitely those tied games, fourth quarter, 2 minutes left, offense get called out there, and we just got to score and win the game. That's definitely my favorite thing.
You're in arguably one of the largest leadership positions for your team.
Yes,
Walk me through how your coaches and your teammates helped shape you as a leader.
Definitely, like when I first got the job last year, definitely they reiterated to me that they had their full trust in me, that they were behind me 100%, and I just couldn't be more grateful for that.
What's been your favorite memory wearing the black and gold?
Just the brothership. Like, I can hang out with any of my teammates one-on-one. Like, they're just all my guys. Like, it's really a family. Like, a lot of people say that about the team, but it's truly a brotherhood here.
Who would you say has impacted your football career the most and why?
Definitely, I'd probably say my grandpa. Like, he just taught me that the little things matter so much. And Coach Hill also teaches that, so I know his morals align with what Coach Hill teaches, and I know Coach Hill's a great teacher, so definitely my grandpa.
Describe your teammates to me.
We got some funny guys. We got a lot of jokesters on the team this year. Definitely Samaj, Kamel, Gaston. Everybody on the team is a jokester. Everybody loves each other. Like, just a great bunch to have.
We've got our second road test of the season on deck. What can fans expect out of Friday's matchup against Fayetteville?
Fayetteville, they're a very physical team. They got some good corners, good DBs, linebackers. They're a really solid squad. Some great offensive players. So definitely be a challenge for us.
We're getting near the end zone, so let's do some rapid fire questions.
Yes,
Who is your favorite professional football player?
Cam Moore.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
What's your favorite day of the week?
Fridays.
And lastly, in your opinion, what is the best football movie?
The Blind Side, easily.
Good answer, good answer. There you have it. That was 100 yards with senior quarterback Jeremiah Satimba. He and the Tigers traveled to Fayetteville Friday night to face off against the Bulldogs. Pregame starts at 6:30 and kickoff is set for 7 live on ArrowVision.
Of course, all Tiger fans and Jeremiah Satimba hoping for a great year this senior year. And he got off to a great start in week one, was named offensive MVP by Travis Hill and the coaching staff, and looking for more here against Fayetteville.
What I love about Jeremiah is he's grown up a lot, not only during the spring, but throughout the summer. He's the type of guy that's going to lead this ball club to the promised land, and that's to the state championship game, hopefully in the first Friday in December. But one thing that he has to do is continue to be the guy that has that poise, be the game manager, let the offense do its thing, and let the game come to him and don't press.
Before we go to commercial break, I want to tell you about one of our One Club sponsors, TTCU. Get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today. Terms and conditions apply with approved credit. We'll step aside for just a moment and come right back here on the pregame show on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union. The only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go Yay!
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, park improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back here to the pregame show from Fayetteville, Arkansas. The Broken Arrow Tigers and the Fayetteville Purple Dogs getting set to do battle. Dylan Rivera on play-by-play duties. Coach Mo Wallace on color commentary. Madison Dildine is our sideline reporter. We talked a lot about Jeremiah Satimba in that first portion of the show, and protection is key for any quarterback. Got to have some guys who are willing to keep that jersey clean, and one of those guys is at center. For more on Big Red, Kason Isham, we bring Madison Dildine in live from the sidelines. Madison.
As the youngest of four, Kason Isham is no stranger to trying to earn his spot at any table. Now a first-year starter, Isham has learned and had a lot of help from his mentors and his dad, one of those being his brother-in-law and a close friend, both of which provide insight from the Division I level.
My sisters, they went to every game and they swear they could ref one. We are really close, We've just grown up together, and one of them's in Texas right now, one of them's in Kansas, so we're a bit separated right now for the first time, but we're really close. We always said we should start a podcast, and just talk about our family and all that. Yeah, Preston, he's just been able to give me a lot of tips and tricks for the next level, you know. And Bryce now too, he's also been able to give me a lot of tips and tricks. He also plays center, so it's a little more on with me. My dad, I look up to him, you know. He's been a rock, so always supporting me. You know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Madison. That's one of our new Slim Chickens 60-second spotlights, and we have another one coming your way here in just a moment. But we want to talk O-line, and man, Kason Isham is a guy that has really impressed over the summer and over the spring, a guy that really earned his spot in this starting unit.
Well, he's a sponge for information from Coach Levy and Coach Gorman. I mean, he's the type of kid that, you know, getting in the weight room with Coach McKnight and everything, he's developed his flexibility. He's taken over that role as center, and he's going to be a big communicator and making sure that we get the right calls up front during this game today.
Not only soaking things up from the coaching staff, but then in that piece talking about Preston Wilson over at OSU and, of course, Bryce over there at KU, guys that he's close to and got a close relationship with, and they're able to feed him some information and some little tips and tricks on how to play the O-line at the highest level.
Well, he needs to take advantage of that. And, I mean, every day, every game, he needs to watch film with those guys, not only with his coaches, but watch film with those guys. They can give him different tidbits to be successful on Friday nights during the fall.
Now, Mo, let's switch over to your bread and butter. Let's talk about some defense.
Yes.
And a guy that we've talked a little bit about is Nate Jackson. Came to Broken Arrow after some time with the Metro Patriots, but Broken Arrow has always been home, and the big physical linebacker is happy to be back in the black and gold.
I started playing football probably, I think it was 3rd grade. All my brothers played growing up, so I've always been around it. So I just kind of had no choice but to put on the helmet and go. My oldest brother, he's a coach at BA baseball.
Oh, nice.
So Alex Copeland. It's nice because he's always here. I mean, he comes to watch every practice, texts me before practice, make sure I'm ready and stuff. So it's definitely a blessing to have him here. Our family is really competitive, so we just made a competition out of everything. So we would go to the beach as a family, and there would be some sort of game going on, whether that's like a Frisbee game or like lacrosse, big lacrosse family, or like football. So we were always making something fun out of everything. I just stopped playing lacrosse so I could focus more on football, but I've done it my whole life. It's definitely a lot, but lacrosse is so much fun, so it's not really hard to go from football straight to lacrosse because a lot of stuff transfers over.
Coach Mo, I know you are a big fan of Nate Jackson, just has a great attitude when it comes to off-the-field stuff, but then on-field, he's a leader, a big physical player, and the type of guy you really want at the Sam linebacker position.
And you wouldn't see it because he's such a nonchalant kid, you know, but he's also the type of kid that is very versatile in what he does. He likes lacrosse. He's played lacrosse in the past, so I'm anxious to see how his senior year will fall out this year.
Well, the Star Spangled Banner is just about to start playing, so we'll step aside and come right back here on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed Tender Bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed Tender Bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession.
Welcome back to Fayetteville, Arkansas. The Star-Spangled Banner is complete. The fireworks have been launched. And, man, that's a heck of a presentation from these Purple Dogs out at Harmon Field. Broken Arrow Tigers on the road once again, crossing state lines over here to Arkansas. And, of course, Coach Mo, we got to talk keys to the game, but we already did that, and we did it at a great place at the Big Biscuit.
Hey Tiger fans, I'm Madison Dildine with ArrowVision, and we're here at the Big Biscuit Broken Arrow, located at Lynn Lane in the BA Expressway, to bring you this week's edition of the Big Biscuit Blitz, where the ArrowVision crew breaks down tonight's game in 60 seconds. Let's check it out.
Thank you, Madison. Hey Tiger fans, back at the Big Biscuit for the Big Biscuit Blitz. Dylan Rivera here with Coach Mo Wallace. Big game this Friday. I mean, we say big game sometimes, but this is a big game. On the road at Fayetteville, taking on the Purple Dogs. They have won many state championships. They have a resume of winning. Yes. How do you beat them this week?
Offensively, keep their offense off the field. What we need to do is maximize our running game, and we should be all right. Titan Hicks, look for him to have a big game. Defensively, be violent at the point of attack. I like our DBs over their wide receivers, and also look for our special teams to win this ball game for us.
6:30 is when the pregame show begins. 7 o'clock is kickoff. You're going to tune into that on ArrowVision. But, of course, the Big Biscuit Blitz, I mean, we got to break these things down. We got to break down the food, too. How about this maple bacon chicken biscuit, Mo?
And then we got the Western Almond right here.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Let's dig in. Thank you to the Big Biscuit for all that they do. Thank you to the Slim Chickens location in Broken Arrow for sponsoring our 60-second spotlights earlier on this evening. Also want to give a shout out to St. Francis, one of our One Club sponsors. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by St. Francis Health System, now hiring across the region with multiple expansions, training programs, and scholarship opportunities. There's never been a better time to join a growing team committed to exceptional care. Learn more at stfrancis.com. And there's the team captains for the Tigers. That's John Burrell II on the left. That is Nate Jackson there, number 22, Tayshawn Jones-Wade, number 19, and Jeremiah Satimba, the starting quarterback, from left to right. And a good group of leaders, if you're going to point any out on this team. That's 4 guys who have been around and know football.
Yes, they know football. I like all 4 of them. You know, but a player I'd like to talk about tonight be Titan Hicks. I think he's going to be a guy, like I said, on the Big Biscuit Blitz. You know, I think he's going to be a guy that's got a big game tonight, whether it be offensively or defensively. That'd be a guy that I think the people at Broken Arrow watching on ArrowVision.tv or on YouTube here on ArrowVision need to watch out for tonight.
Let's go down to our coin toss. Madison Dildine has the microphone down there with the officials and the team captains.
Number 66, Matthew Heckman. And number 0, Brody Jones.
All right. Heads and tails. What is your call? Tails. Tails. He called tails. What did he say? Tails. Tails. Everybody, we're going tails. It's tails. You've won the toss?
We defer.
You want to defer? Okay, White's won the toss. Like you deferred. You guys want to receive?
So the Tigers will receive the football, and it will be going left to right across your screen. Actually, that is Fayetteville that will receive. But the Tigers will be going left to right across your screen. One player, Coach, that we had talked about earlier this week, right there, number 99, John Burrell II, is a player that you're keyed in on, and you think he could have a big game tonight.
I think he can have a big game tonight, playing in and playing in multiple positions down there in the defensive line. He's put on some weight and some good weight at that, you know, and I think he's a guy that has good hands, good feet, you know, and he's going to be one that Hendricks going to have to mess with tonight because he'll get him off his spot.
One more guy down in the trenches that you had circled for me was Reed Watkins. You think he could blow up a couple of run plays, get to the quarterback, whatever it may be, but big number 95, big country is what I call him. He can get in there and wreak some havoc.
Another versatile kid, you know, he's a multi-sport athlete. You know, he also plays baseball to get the ball out the field, but he's also a guy that I think that can wreak havoc tonight, be violent at the point of attack, and, you know, maintain their running game and also get their quarterback under pressure.
Looking forward to this one. Should be a really solid game. If you are new to Broken Arrow Tiger football, this is your first time tuning in this season. Again, the head coaching change over to Travis Hill has changed the landscape of this team dramatically. It is a defensive-minded team, and last week we saw that in a 35-14 win over Springdale Harbor. They come into this one 1-0, but as do the Fayetteville Purple Dogs. They are 1-0 after a 66-24 win over Cabot here in Arkansas, another school across the border. And these two teams faced off last season. 30-23 was the final score, with Fayetteville getting the victory, but hopefully the Tigers can get things on their side tonight on the road, and they come out in those all-white uniforms, black helmet, and a lot of energy.
And I love the energy that they're going to bring tonight. I mean, being down on the field before the game, there's a few guys. It's kind of like a constant energy, if you know what I mean, kind of low-key, but it's one of those guys, one of those types of energy that, you know, I think we're focused and we know the task at hand tonight, Dylan, and, you know, we'll come out victorious tonight.
Fayetteville was the 2023 state champion school in 7A here in Arkansas, but they had a different offensive coordinator at that time. That was Jay Wilkinson,
yes.
The current offensive coordinator for the Broken Arrow Tigers. Had an interesting move across the border where he still lived in Broken Arrow but drove the road trip constantly over into Arkansas and back. Just absolutely psychotic, if you ask me. But, hey, if you love football like he does,
yes,
it makes sense. Or at least maybe it does.
Well, a lot of Red Bulls. There's a lot of Red Bulls. I mean, we all know about that about Jay. You know, hey, you know, if there's an endorsement deal out there, you know.
A lot of Red Bulls and a lot of phone calls.
A lot of phone calls. A lot of Red
sir.
Bulls and phone calls. That's correct. I'm excited for tonight, Dylan. I mean, it's a good atmosphere. It's a nice little backdrop over here in Fayetteville. It's one of those kind of like old school home games for Fayetteville. You know, you watch it on TV, old school movies. This is what we talk about and we like to see on Friday nights right here.
So the kickoff will come from the boot of Nick Irvine. Tigers get set in their formation.
Looks like they're going 6-4 on the kickoff formation.
Toe to leather, and we are underway. A line drive kick is returned past the 20 into the 25 and getting close to that 30-yard line before a bunch of Tigers swarm to the ball. And he will go down at the 34. So decent return, and Fayetteville will take over on offense for the first time tonight. That was Katavian Taylor on the return. So, of course, the starting quarterback we mentioned earlier on is Hank Hendricks. He is a junior, was a sophomore starter at Boerne, Texas. This is his first year at Fayetteville. 4-star in the 2027 class, has offers from Arkansas just down the street, Michigan, Michigan State, OSU, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, and more. And, of course, he should be able to pick just about any Division I school, and that may be the home for him.
And he's a big-time talent, but let's see what this defense could do on his first possession, as we looks like we got Messiah in as a nickelback or cornerback or nickelback right now.
Tight formation, then spreads out. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. They go with the handoff first. It'll go outside to the left and met very well defensively for the Tigers. That was Samaj Stanford that made the tackle.
You know, we're going to be talking a lot about number 4 all season long. He's the guy that plays safety that's always going to be inside the run game right there. So it's a great job by Samaj.
Another handoff, again to the left. And again met quickly. Well done defensively, and it's John Brohl II.
And he did a great job of getting penetration right there, using his hands and his feet to get inside. Now we got a 3rd down situation coming up for Fayetteville.
The running back for Fayetteville is Caleb Johnson, number 2. 3 receivers right, 1 to his left. Getting the signal.
We got 1 high safety, Dylan. Might be a little man right here.
3rd down and 3. Looking underneath. Ball is low and incomplete. Well defended by the Tigers, and it's a quick 3 and out.
And that's huge for our defense right there. You know, Dylan, we want to come out. We want to stop this high potent offense. You know, they did a couple things by running the football the first few times of their possession. Right there, big-time play by Gillespie. Break up that pass play. Samaj back deep for a punt return. Let's get this offense on the field, and let's get 6 points on the board.
Noah Gillespie, another guy that you should keep your eyes on for being a future Division I player. He has 7 offers at the D1 level as of right now. The punt is up, not too high, spins toward the left and out of play. And it will be 1st down for the Tigers, somewhere around that 30-yard line. And Jeremiah Satimba and the crew take over.
You know, Dylan, offensively, we need to get the run game going tonight. You know, we got to keep their offense off the field. Wide receivers, they'll have to show up and show out today. You know, they expect Fayetteville to put a lot of pressure on Jeremiah with their ends, number 33. I think he's a pretty good end, so it looks like Silva's going to be matched up against him first. So we'll see what we see with this 3-down lineup.
Starters across the board: Jeremiah Satimba at quarterback, Octavian Roberson the running back, wide receivers Zane Matthews-Boudreau and Peyton Lang. And out on the left side, it looks like it's Tayshawn Jones-Wade, but Samaj Stanford will get some run out there as well. Nick Irvine, the tight end, and he will follow the tight end, Octavian Roberson, that is, getting the handoff, and maybe a gain of a half a yard there. The starting O-line: Caden Moody at left tackle, Sam Daring at left guard, Kason Isham, as we talked about earlier, gets the start at center. Right guard is number 71, J.J. Brashears, and right tackle number 65, Tristan Silva.
And they got their hands full tonight. I mean, like I said, not a bad front line from Fayetteville tonight, but I think we could wear them tonight.
Shotgun formation. Satimba fakes the toss, keeps it himself, running behind his blockers. Ball's loose. Fayetteville falls on it, but they will say he is down. Tigers avoid disaster there.
And I'll agree with that call right there, right at the 35-yard line. I'll agree with that. His knee was down, the ball came loose. Hearts kind of stopped right there, but you know what? Hey, get another opportunity. We have to protect the football tonight. If we don't protect the football on the road, it could be disaster. But, you know, we got a gift right there, so let's just show up right here on this second down play.
BA had just one turnover last week, and it was also a fumble from the quarterback. At that time, it was Peyton Lang taking a direct snap, though. Satimba rolls right, feeds it off to Peyton Lang. He makes the grab, trying to make a couple of tacklers miss. He gets out of bounds right around that 38-yard line, so he's a couple yards short of the sticks. And so this will be decision time for BA. Will they have their first punt of the season here? And it looks like they will. They bring a different unit out.
Hey, you know what, on that play, I mean, he got laterally right there. Their defensive secondary, their linebackers did a great job of keeping him lateral going east and west right there. So Peyton Lang tried to find a seam, couldn't find one, brings up 4th down at about 2, Dylan.
This is Segrin to punt the ball away, and the first time, again, this season that the Tigers will boot it the other way. Timeout quickly from Fayetteville. Some confusion as to who was returning. And Katavian Taylor got out there late, and it looks like head coach Casey Dick is not happy.
Well, he's not happy, but, you know, I can tell you right now, he's one of those guys that's has a good product when it comes to the hair, you know. I mean, I was told by, you know, a guy that used to coach with him that's on our sideline now, you know, he's a good-looking guy. You know, we'd like to know who produces the product for his hair. So, I mean, we'll see. But, you know, he played quarterback at Arkansas. He's pretty good at Arkansas, you know, and he's done a lot of great things over here at Fayetteville.
Very successful team. Last year they went 8-3 and had they've got a successful run all time here at home. They're 61-24 all time. Actually, I'm sorry, they're 24-4 at home over the last 4 seasons. 25-4 now after last week's win. But an opponent that will be tough to beat on this field. And so far tonight, it's been an even matchup as both teams have gone 3-and-out.
I mean, Dylan, no matter what state you play high school football in, if you can win a lot of ball games like that and only have single-digit losses, you're competing for a state championship every year.
They went 6-1 in district play last year. That's where that 6-1 came from. Segrin boots it away. Return man lost it. Ball's down. Tigers come flying in. It looked like he grabbed it just at the last second as Titan Hicks took out his legs. So the Purple Dogs will get possession at the 35-yard line. But again, Casey Dick not happy so far.
Yeah, we got a flag right here about the 30, about the 41-yard line. But I can tell you right now, from our vantage point, Dylan, that was a knuckleball that goes up. So he was kind of a little wheezy right there, but went right through his hands, but he recovered it.
Bryson B.B. Brown is down on the field. He came up a little gimpy, and he's holding his right ankle as Daniel Stewart, our athletic trainer, comes over to him. And it is that right leg. There is a flag down, and I believe it was against Fayetteville.
So this is going to be major if this penalty results in a first down for BA, or if it's just an after possession penalty. But BB being down, I mean, we got to make some moves in the secondary right here. Whether you go with another safety that we have, or our backup safety, whether it could be Gardner or bring Hudson Lott in, you can maneuver some things around here.
Head coach Travis Hill out to check on him, and Bryson Brown is up to his feet. Maybe just a cramp, and that's what you would hope for in this situation. Now, I was going to say, Coach, I did see some contact with the punter on that boot down the field, but it looks like it still will be Fayetteville ball, just a little further back than maybe it had been originally.
Yeah. But like I said, a change of possession penalty right there, and that'll looks like move them back about 10 yards.
So the ball is about the 13.5 right now. 9:26 to go in the first quarter.
They got Tayshawn in at safety for BB.
Extra defensive back on the field so far in this one. Tigers only putting 3 men down. Pass out to the left, caught, and a good gain.
Okay, and what you're going to see, Fayetteville's doing a lot of things that they did against Cabot last week, throwing a lot of quick game. We call it now plays. They're going to get that receiver. Looks like they're stacked here at the bottom. Get a little block going on and see if they can get that quick game going real quick.
Charles Whitlow on the reception. And now again they go to the left side and they attack the Tigers from there. It's quick passes, short things, now plays, as you just said, and it goes to Kenyon Johnson.
And it looks like they're going to try to attack Farrell down here at the bottom. That's something part of their game plan. It looks like, they want to keep things right here into the boundary, and we'll see how they do here on this first down play.
That's the first down in this ball game. Handoff, Johnson. John Brohl II is there, and then it comes up from Josie Sanders, and he's the one who throws him down.
Hey, great pursuit right there. The way I like that is John Brohl did exactly what he was supposed to do, keep contained, and you got good old Bowser making the flow right there, coming down, lateral down the line to make the play.
So Bryson Brown, who we saw go to the sideline hurt, has been subbed out, and it's Tayshawn Jones-Wade that's in at safety, a guy who played safety for 11 games last year. Coming up to the ball is Gillespie. Pass too high.
And I'll tell you right now, I don't care. You can be a top quarterback in the nation in the high school level, but that's a dangerous pass right there, especially against a top DB in Oklahoma and Gillespie.
Mentioned on the coaches show with Coach Travis Hill, Inside Tiger Football, that last week Springdale Harbor moved pretty quickly. But
yes.
I said if they were taxiing, this team is flying.
Yes.
Fayetteville moves quickly. Hendricks back to pass, looks left, and again connects with Whitlow. And it's Colton Barlow that makes the tackle.
I love the pursuit right there. He read his keys, got his hip flipped, came to the sideline, made a play, and that's exactly what we have to do. We have to box these guys in. We call it vice tackling, and that's a great job right there. And it looks like we got a punt coming up from Fayetteville.
So 4th and 2, and the punt unit has trotted out on the field. Samaj Stanford is the deep punt returner.
And this is the territory you could fake it. Here's another timeout by Fayetteville. That's 2 right there in the first quarter. So they have 1 timeout in the first half left. So, let's write that down. Second timeout of the quarter at 8:08.
Casey Dick comes out onto the field, and he is upset with Reese Kennedy, the offensive lineman. And it looks like a miscommunication with the guys up front. And now the punt unit will try again.
We always talk about, sometimes at this level, especially with a guy like Casey Dick, he's a great offensive mind. He has plays scripted up. Watching film, first 10, 15, 20 plays might be scripted. Sometimes you can do that defensively. You put your best defense out there, your most explosive players, your versatile players out there. We're doing a great job of reading our keys and getting to the football and stopping them on 3 and out 2 consecutive times.
So again, Stanford is the return man, and so far this season, no one has wanted to kick to him. This one is headed his way, but he may have to fair catch it as it is short, and it will roll out. A generous roll for the Purple Dogs. It'll go out around that 16-yard line, maybe 17.
And I love that our defense made that stop right there. Now it's time for our offense to get back on the field, make some plays, drive the football, and once again, keep Fayetteville off the field. And let's see what we can do with Jeremiah and company.
So the Tigers come back out on offense with a change on the offensive line. Devin Smith comes out there, and there is going to be a constant rotation involving him. He is a guy that this coaching staff is really excited about. I call him Big Baby. He's only been playing for a couple of years, so he is a baby in this game. He's brand new to it, and he is a freshman out there on varsity. Hand off to Roberson, and he'll follow Smith at that left guard position, and he is met quickly for maybe a gain of 2.
And it looks like we're going a little heavy package right here. Jeremiah under center, which is kind of a little unusual right here. putting Jeremiah in the center, but we're doing exactly what we want to do. That's keeping the ball in between the tackles, and we'll see what we can do right here. Looks like we got Preston Birch at tight end over here in our big package number 96. And that looks like Silva.
Looked like Silva jumped, a false start. And so a 5-yard penalty will back the Tigers up a little bit. Devin Smith comes off the field. Zane Matthews-Boudreau comes out there. And it looks like it'll be a different look now for the Tigers. Titan Hicks at tight end. We saw Irvine on that first possession.
Anxious to see what they'll do with Peyton, as Peyton's in the slot right now.
3 receivers out there. Matthews-Boudreau to his right. Peyton Lang and Samaj Stanford to his left.
Fayetteville's defensive line is shifting right now.
Moving while getting the call, so maybe giving Satimba a different look as soon as he turns around.
Pressure might be coming from the top.
Play clock was running really low, and there goes the flag. Coach Hill upset, telling his guys to calm down, settle in. And another penalty for the Tigers, back-to-back penalties.
And that is, I mean, Coach Hill is correct. I mean, just settle down, guys. I mean, you've practiced this all week long. You're a team that's on the uprise, so just settle down. These are situations that you have to be successful in. You know, get the ball moving. Once again, keep Fayetteville off the field, but you have to have this ball control right here.
Shotgun formation, 2nd and 19. Satimba with his heels on the goal line, looking long. Samaj Stanford, and it's off target. Incomplete.
And I can tell you right here from this vantage point, I mean, you might have a little hold right there from their corner, but, you know, that line judge over at the backside did not see it, but, you know, he did a great job. That corner did do a great job staying in phase, but I see a little hole in the pool in the jersey that they did miss.
So now 3rd down and a long ways to go. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right.
They might run the ball right here. Looks like they'll
snap, and Satimba will keep it. Caught up quickly by the defensive tackle, but he stays on his feet, and he is blown up by Brody Jones.
And that's a statement right there from their defense as he makes a big play right there. You want to be conservative right there. It's 3rd and long. You don't want to get into a situation where you throw an interception, so you just go ahead and make that decision. Quarterback keeper put you in a position to punt the football, and it's now turned into a field position game now, Dylan.
Katavian Taylor, the punt returner, at the 49-yard line. And Segrin will again come out to boot this one away. Still 6 minutes to go here in this first quarter, and it feels like we've had so much football already.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, both teams have multiple possessions, but once again, it's a field position game.
Segrin booted that one away at the last possible moment. Taylor gets the fair catch at the far 49. So 51 yards to the end zone. Madison Dildine down on the sidelines has some more on the defense as they trot out on the field.
Yeah, guys, I listened into that defensive lineman's huddle, and the co-defensive coordinator, Brad Higgins, was saying, hey, we need to watch the hard count and make sure that our guy is exactly with us. He said we cannot sleep on the perimeter game. We have to keep running with them, and we have to keep pursuing. Dylan.
Thank you, Madison. Coach Higgins and Coach Craver splitting the defensive coordinator duties here at Broken Arrow. Of course, Travis Hill is heavily involved in everything the defense does. Hand off to Caleb Johnson and a good gain on 1st down.
And Brad is correct on that. I mean, you do have to continue to keep everything in front of you, pursuit to the football. That's one thing that we are big on is speed on this team, and the pursuit has to be big time in a game like this against an offense like Fayetteville.
Signals out to Hank Hendricks. 4 receivers out there. The snap. Reading, and he's got his man. It's Whitlow underneath again. And brought down by Malik Ross. Some of the Fayetteville fans and coaching staff didn't like the hit, but got to finish the play, and Malik Ross did so.
And we're doing a great job of, not allowing Fayetteville to blow the top off, keeping everything in front of us. And if that quarterback wants to check it down, he'll check it down all night long. We just got to rally and tackle.
1st down for the Purple Dogs. Johnson dodges one tackler, and Samaj Stanford comes up and wraps him up for a great tackle.
Once again, a safety that's in the backfield. I mean, he'll beat a linebacker to the play, and right there he was trailing from his position at safety and made the play right there in the backfield. So that brings up 2nd down, and it looks like about 7 or 8. 2nd down and 7.
Hendricks changing the call. Defense moving around. The snap, the fake of the handoff. Pressure coming. It's Nate Jackson getting the sack. And what a play from the former Metro Patriot.
And he's a guy that we showcased tonight. I mean, he brought the pressure right there. Higgins brought the pressure. Nate Jackson followed up, and we had, looks like number 10, Gabe Manning. He was the one that cleaned it up right there. And that's one of the things I talked about in the keys. We have to get him off his spot, bring constant pressure to him, and now bring it up a third down and long.
Excited to have Nate Jackson on that linebacker spot, that Sam linebacker. Coaching staff loves him. He's a BA kid originally, and he's back in the black and gold, and he's thrilled to be back home. Pass out to the right. It's Katavian Taylor, and 3 guys coming in on that tackle. It was Gillespie, Stanford, and Jackson, and they bring him down at the 36-yard line.
Okay, and that brings it up 4th and manageable right here, Dylan, and I think that's the play they wanted. So we got 4th down and 7. Looks like we got Gillespie down right here at about the 26-yard line.
So Noah Gillespie in some pain. 3:41 to go here in this first quarter. We'll step aside quickly and come right back here on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Back here live on ArrowVision. Shotgun formation for the Purple Dogs. 4th down. Hendricks is looking deep. He's going to have to use his legs. Jackson in pursuit and knocks him over. Huge hit from Jackson. There is a flag down in the backfield. It should be a hold on Fayetteville, so it should be 1st down for the Tigers here in just a moment.
And that's a great play by our defense, as we're about to see what the referee's about to call, and it looks like it is a hold.
Turnover on downs, and the Tigers take over. A huge play defensively, a huge stand defensively, and it's Nate Jackson on 3rd down, and it's Nate Jackson on 4th down.
And the beautiful thing about it is, Dylan, is, it's a field position game. They're going to go for it on 4th down right there. They get the 1st down, they get the 1st down. If they don't, you got Broken Arrow back in their own territory, backed up in their own territory. So once again, this is a game that's about field position so far in this first quarter.
Tigers moving around. 2 receivers right, 1 to his left. Satimba drops back, looks short. He's got Zane Matthews-Boudreau. Some contact with the helmet, but not a face mask. And it looks like about a 9-yard gain.
And, Zane's going to be the type of guy that's going to have to step up tonight as well. A lot of possession receiving going on for him as well tonight. Let's see about getting the yak tonight, yards after catches. Fayetteville's also a good defensive back team, and they'll keep everything in front of them as well.
Matthews-Boudreau had 3 catches for 76 yards and a touchdown last time out. Roberson, great run up the middle, making a man miss, and a kitchen tune-up, 1st down.
Hey, love the fact that when he got the handoff, he kind of stutter-stepped a little bit, waited for the blocks to develop, and he just hit the hole, got the 1st down.
Now the Tigers speeding things up. Handoff again, Roberson, following his blockers, pushing forward, and a great gain on 1st down.
And I like what I see, Dylan. I mean, right now we're behind the bigs. The bigs are feeling it a little bit. Let's keep it going with this drive.
You like to call them the big pretties, don't you?
The big pretties. A lot of guys. I've coached a lot of these kids, and they are the big pretties. Some people call them the big uglies. I call them the big pretties.
It's a little hurtful to call them the big uglies.
No, I mean they're pretty boys in their own right. They really are.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left. Zane Matthews-Boudreau to his right. There goes the handoff again. Roberson. A couple of defensive tackles are there to meet him, and a gain of 1.
Okay, not a bad play call. I mean, I get where Jay's going to right now as we're heading back on the big-time possession tempo right here.
Trying to get him to jump there on the hard count, and they look back over to the sideline for the call.
We got 2 high safeties for Fayetteville. Looks like they're going to play a little cover 2, maybe Palms concept right here. Look for their outside back right here, number 5, maybe coming. If not, he's going to cover the flats.
Snap. And instantly Satimba's got to scramble. He's got a man downfield. Peyton Lang is just overthrown.
Okay. Not a bad look right there. I mean, we have it. Peyton Lang is going to be that type of guy that's going to be another difference maker in this game tonight. I mean, that's something you want to have back. I mean, it's 4th down. You got to go for it. Now the field position is flipped. You know, you go for it, you make it, it's a first down. If you don't, you hand the ball over to them at their own 44-yard line.
And I think at this point you trust your defense.
Yes.
If your head coach Travis Hill, they're off to a great start in this game, and they just made a great stand last time out.
Yes.
2 times tonight, Satimba's had a deep ball aimed at Stanford and Lang, and both times maybe just a yard too deep. Satimba drops back. He'll look to punt this one away, but a flag comes out. We saw that a lot last season with these Tigers, that Satimba would be the one to just step back and punt it away. This season, Segrin handles the official punting duties, but you may still see Satimba do that.
Well, Satimba's he's a great kid when it comes to the quick kick. That's something that we run down at the 9th grade level. I mean, it's an added element to your offense. You know, I mean, if you get in a situation like this, you can either go for it or you can quick kick it and pin them back in their own territory. Looks like they're going to bring Segrin back out.
It's the full offensive unit, it looks like, with the addition of Nate Jackson.
Oh, looks like yes.
Nate Jackson did play wide receiver a little bit at Metro Christian, so he is no stranger to the offensive side of the ball if they should choose to actually use him in this set. And they are going to pull something out.
A lot of communication issues going on right now in this special team situation. Octavian running off the field. They came out in a regular punt formation. Looked like we may have too many guys on the field. I see you counting over there, Dylan.
That was
but
full
I knew,
11.
But I knew they were about to punt it. I mean, they had Messiah in, they had Jack Gardner in. You know, just another element to our special teams.
What that does do is it makes the defense have to think twice. Right?
Yes.
You're kind of stunned for a second, going, wait a second, the quarterback is in, though. Is something about to happen?
It's something about to happen, and sometimes, you know, a lot of times defense is going to what we call punt safe. You know, they'll have a couple guys back if they want to, or they just they play a regular defense. And if that's the case, and they just let the ball roll and you know, and Broken Arrow downs it, and they get the ball back where it's down dead.
So the Tigers re-huddling before they come back out. We'll tell you about one of our One Club sponsors. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as the official team orthopedist for Broken Arrow Athletics. With 4 orthopedic urgent care locations, you can walk in and see a specialist, no appointment needed. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Back in the punt formation again, Dylan.
And it is Satimba back there to do it. And a good high arcing punt. And Taylor takes the fair catch, at the 12-yard line.
And I like the decision right there by our coaching staff. I mean, we obviously know that Jeremiah can't punt the ball, especially when he's given time. You know, gets him back at the 13-yard line. Defense has been playing well, been getting pressure on Hendricks. You know, secondary's playing well by rallying to the football along with the backers. So let's continue to do it with the guys up front, and John Brohl, Bowser, and Josie Sanders, and our boy right over here, Gabe Manning, number 10. So let's see what we can do right here.
Per usual, the shotgun formation for Fayetteville. Hendricks drops back, goes short. Screen pass to Whitlow. Stanford again makes the tackle. He doesn't miss many tackles.
This guy is phenomenal. I mean, he's just one of those guys that are just going to be around the football all the time. He reads that tunnel screen. They go to an empty look, something I've seen on film. Once they go to that empty look, you can look for a tunnel screen into the boundary. Our guy right there, Stanford, sniffed it out and made the play.
45 seconds on the first quarter clock. Hendricks again looking to pass. Steps up, tries to run it, slides down near the 20.
It's about a couple-yard gain right there. He's not going to get what he's – so far right now, Dylan, he's not going to get what he wants to with 28 seconds left in the first quarter as they get the call from the sideline. Our secondary is doing a great job of keeping everything in front of him. You know, line getting the pressure on him and getting him off his spot.
Snap to Hendricks, the handoff to Taylor. Met by Stanford, but it's too late. A first down for the Purple Dogs.
Okay, a little jet sweep, you know, to condense the formation right there. A little jet sweep into the boundary. Found the seam, got the first down. First down for Fayetteville going, what about 0 seconds. That is the first quarter right there, Dylan.
That's right. That'll round it out. So a scoreless first quarter, but if you've been watching this whole time, it's been an exciting scoreless first quarter. And, of course, Coach Mo likes defense, so I'm sure he's happy. We go into the first quarter break. Scoreless here on ArrowVision. Keep it right here.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Welcome back live here to Fayetteville, Arkansas. Scoreless ball game after the first quarter. And the first snap of the second is a handoff. Caleb Johnson getting the carry. And it's Messiah Owens coming up and making a great tackle, wrapping up around the hips. And Messiah Owens, we haven't been able to call his name yet, but he is the team's leading returning tackler from the 2024 team.
I love the way this kid plays. I mean, he's a kid that we seen on kickoff last week that flew down the field, made some plays on kickoff, and he's that guy right now playing that nickelbacker right now, and he's going to make plays again tonight.
Handoff again to Johnson, again to the right side. Tigers swarming, and it's Barlow and Ayers that combined for that one. A flag goes up late, and that was on the sideline.
It might be on Fayetteville just by the reaction from their sideline. Stanford and Gillespie in on the mix on that. Their lineman, number 78, looked like he's a little down from what he was talking. Casey Dix over there talking to him as well.
It's Luis Perez, the offensive lineman for Fayetteville. They were all tangled up right along the sideline. One of the officials saw it through the flag. Coach Hill waiting on an answer, or maybe doing some explaining, one or the other.
Could be offsetting. I mean, we'll see here.
Those are the kind of mental errors that will add up throughout a ball game, and right now the Tigers will definitely take that break. Fayetteville, on the other hand, got to be upset.
No, they got to be upset. I mean, you get a first down on that play. Sometimes you just got to throw your hands up, go the other way, keep the momentum going. That slows you down a little bit, but that's a learning experience for that tackle right there, and we'll see what this brings up as they're backed up to about their 27-yard line.
It is a fresh set of downs, but having to scoot things back a bit, and this one was an absolute dart to Whitlow, but it falls down to the turf.
Okay, right there he got in between the secondary and the backers. Looks like Malik was trying to get a little bit more depth right there. Looks like they've seemed to find a hole in the defense right now, but I'm sure Coach Crave and Coach Higgs will find an answer to that and make sure that that's solidified here in the next possession.
Nose guard Jackson Ayers trotted off the field, and the big freshman Isaiah Anderson is in. Again, the jet sweep. Finding some running room and a decent gain there on second down for Kenyon Johnson.
And then a lot of their players are going into the boundary, which is expected of them. Jet sweeps into the boundary, tunnel screens into the boundary, and that's something that they've shown on film from last week against Cabot. So we'll see if they continue to keep their plays into the boundary.
That incomplete pass just moments ago was maybe the first shot that I've seen them take, and even then that was maybe just a 12-yard pass. Hand off to Johnson again. A lot of Tigers in the area. Gillespie went for the strip, and it's Isaiah Anderson, the freshman, making the tackle, his first varsity hit.
Big tackle right there. So it looks like we got Josie coming off, John Broll, and Jackson Ayers coming in for Josie and Isaiah. And I like the fact that, Hill has always talked about, the rotation, keeping the guys fresh up front, and I love to see that with the defensive line.
Three receivers to the left in a bunch formation. Johnson gets the call again. Gillespie's got to come up and make the tackle, and he does.
Okay. Gillespie did a great job coming up for that tackle right there. Our Tiger end, Gabe Manning, got too far upfield. They kicked him out. They come underneath right there in that play, and they get about a 5-yard gain. Got to do a better job keeping the shoulders square and staying level to bounce that play to our linebackers and corners.
Noah Gillespie comes from a football family. His dad, Antonio Gillespie, played D-line at Troy and had a stint with the Browns in 2014. And his younger brother is also here at BA. He is a sophomore receiver.
Not a bad receiver in himself. Can't wait to see him in the future.
Snap to Hendricks. The handoff. Johnson again. And this time,
got a flag.
A pile of Tigers fall on top of him. A flag coming in from the secondary.
We'll see here.
Flags on the play.
I believe it would be a 3rd down and 3. But there is a hold against Noah Gillespie. So instead, Fayetteville will move forward. First defensive penalty of the night for the Tigers. Purple Dogs set up shop at the 43-yard line.
Watch for them to try to take a shot within the next couple plays, next 2 or 3 plays, Dylan. Looks like they're trying to set something up to take a shot.
They keep handing it off to Johnson, and this time he's brought down for a gain of about 3 or 4.
And once again, they're going into the boundary, and like you said, you know, during the break, Dylan, I mean, it looks like it's like a chess match between not only Fayetteville but ourselves right here, trying to fill each other out, trying to see where their big plays are going as they're going with 3 receivers to the top. Empty look right here. We'll see what it brings up with 2 safeties over the top.
Nobody in the backfield. You said it, empty look. Here comes the snap, looking left, short to Whitlow. He bobbles it, and Josie Sanders, hello.
Eat it up, Bowser. That's what you got to do right there. Eat it up, you know, like some hors d'oeuvres right there, Dylan. Just eat it up right there.
Where do you even come up with that?
I have no clue where I come up with that. You know, so great job, tunnel screen, and that's what we teach our defensive linemen. If it's too easy up front, track replace. You see that you read the tunnel screen, you're right there getting down the line. Great play. Great play by our guy, Josie Sanders.
3rd down and 8. Snap to Hendricks. Looks right. He's still got time. And down the middle, he's got a man. Ball went down low, and I believe it was caught. Tigers pleading for an incomplete pass, but they will give him the 1st down. And it's Kenyon Johnson on the grab.
Okay, and right there, you know, they got in between our safeties, got in, you know, the soft part of the secondary, which is the middle part of that coverage right there. Bring it in, and that's the 1st down for Fayetteville.
Again, giving it off to Johnson, and Gillespie making a great tackle down low.
Hey, and I love the fact that Gillespie's showing up tonight and making plays. You know, he's got better at tackling. This is his 2nd game as a Broken Arrow Tiger. And, you know, he's stepped up to the challenge. If they're going to try to go with him a lot into the boundary, he's already stepped up to the challenge and made a few tackles today.
3 total tackles in that Springdale Harbor game, 2 solo and 1 assisted. Also had a great pass breakup in that game.
Got a condensed set right here.
Tight formation. Faking the handoff, rolling right, got a man underneath. Nate Jackson in pursuit and knocks him out of play.
Okay, when you have a tight formation like that, Fayetteville has showed that on film a little bit. Look for the bootleg coming in, a little flood concept, you know, getting your backers into position to getting our backers into position to cover, and I think Fayetteville thinks they have the advantage on that.
Cade Bright sets up a 3rd and 1. And for the first time tonight, one of these 2 teams is in the red zone. Johnson gets the carry, and he plows forward and moves the chains.
And they're methodically going down the field right now. It looks like they've got a rhythm. Looks like we got a Tiger down now. Looks like Big Bro got back up. Jackson Ayers is on the tackle right there. Fayetteville's doing a great job of methodically moving the football down the field on us. 3 receivers to the top again, Dylan.
About 7 minutes left to go until halftime. Hendricks rolls right. He doesn't even have a man over there. And that's got to be a busted play.
That looked like that was a busted play. I mean, from the start, number 70, throwing his hands up, so it looked like that definitely was a busted play.
There was no receiver over there. All three of his receivers are to the left. Has a tight end on that right side, but nobody was running a route.
Yeah.
And instantly Hendricks was in panic mode.
Yeah, he stayed in and tried to block. So, that was a heads-up play by Hendricks. Two quarterbacks that are not going to make mistakes in Jeremiah and Hendricks, and that just shows you right there that he's one of those kids that has a high IQ of the game, and he's not just going to throw a ball up in the air and something disastrous happens.
Looking left. He's got a man open. Our DB fell down, and that is incomplete. That one was awfully close. Messiah Owens lost his footing, and it goes incomplete, looking at Kenyon Johnson.
And to me right there, it looked like, Dylan, that he was in good position on the play. But like you said, he lost his footing, and you got Samaj coming over a little late. Luckily, the guy drops a pass right there at the goal line, brings up 3rd down and long for the Fayetteville Bulldogs.
We did talk to Coach Hill about the grip of this field
Yes.
in the pregame, and he said he doesn't like it because it's too grippy. Last week it was a little too slippery.
Yeah.
This week it's the opposite.
And he talks about the roots in the turf. So, I didn't know turf
He's
had
down to
roots.
the science
yes,
of it.
he's down to the science when it comes to it.
A timeout on the Tigers side, so we will take one as well. 6:09 to go here in the first half. A scoreless ball game live on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic. Hey Tiger fans, this year Broken Arrow is going cashless for all home varsity games.
That means all tickets are sold through GoFan. No paper tickets needed.
Debit and credit cards are still accepted at the gate.
But we still encourage you to download the GoFan app.
Have your tickets on your phone before you arrive so you can get through the gates faster.
And don't worry, our BA ticketing team will activate your ticket at the gate.
This is the fast way to get in and skip the lines.
Remember to have your tickets ready on your phone.
Go cashless and see you at the game.
Welcome back here to Fayetteville, Arkansas. We're at Fayetteville High School, where the Purple Dogs are hosting the Broken Arrow Tigers. Both schools 1-0. You can see it down there at the bottom of your screen. Tigers on defense right now. It is a long 3rd down for Fayetteville, 3rd and 12. Coach Mo, what's your call here?
This is a huge down right here. If I know Higg and Crave, you might see a little bit of pressure. They might bring some pressure with a linebacker. They might just sit back. It looks like they might sit back.
They look like they'll go handoff, but instead they go back to Hendricks on a flea flicker to the corner. Pass is incomplete, but the flag comes flying in. Gaston Farrell in coverage, and that will definitely be on the Tigers.
And that will be on the Tigers. It looks like they had a little bit of hand fight in there going into the end zone. That's something I like to see the explanation on that, Dylan, because in the state of Oklahoma, and I know we're playing in Arkansas, but in the state of Oklahoma in high school football, you don't have to look back for the pass, as a DB. But if there's a lot of hand grabbing or holding right there, referee's in a good spot. So it looks like they got the right call right there according to Fayetteville, and looks like there's going to be a 1st down and goal for the Bulldogs.
They've still got a 3rd down on the board and a 3rd down on the marker. 3rd down and 5.
Looks like they got 3rd down and 5.
Low snap. Hendricks handles it. He's got a man in the flat. Messiah Owens comes up and makes a great hit once again. He is a physical defensive back, and a yard short, 4th and 1 for Fayetteville.
And Messiah, he's showing up tonight so far in this first half. He's proven that he's one of the best guys on this team, best DBs on this team, and his name got called to be a nickelback tonight, and so far so good. As we got 4th down and 2 inside the 10-yard line. Looks like at the 5-yard line.
So as our man up here in the booth just pointed out, Jeremy Bryan, it may have just been a holding call rather than a pass interference, which would just be a 10-yard movement for Fayetteville, which gave them a 3rd and short rather than a fresh set of downs. So now a 4th and about 2, and it looks like it'll be the field goal unit for the Purple Dogs.
And right now, this is a good call by Fayetteville. You got a trusted kicker. You kick the field goal. Your defense is playing well, so why not kick the field goal with 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in the half? Or attempt to kick the field goal.
Aiming at the brand new athletic facility just to the south end of the stadium, and it is up and through. Well done by number 42, Ethan Farthing, the kicker for Fayetteville. So it's a 3-point lead for the Purple Dogs here on their home turf, but the Tigers get the ball right back, looking for an answer live here on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly.
Kickoff already underway. It's headed towards Samaj Stanford, and he finally gets a chance to return a football. He's switching directions, changing fields, making a man miss, and he's got some room to work with down that right boundary all the way down to the 31-yard line. And finally, Samaj Stanford's got to feel good about that one. He gets to return the football.
He is an electrifying athlete. You know, I mean, he's just one of those kids, you know. I said it last week, and I'll continue to say it throughout the season. Swiss Army knife. Whatever you need this kid to do, he's going to pull it out, and he's going to do it for you.
You kept saying last week, do you kick it to him? Do you kick it to him? And you know what? They didn't. Well, and so far in this game, they hadn't until just now.
So, and that was a phenomenal return right there, coming from the near side onto the far side. First down at the 30-yard line.
Interesting look here for the Tigers. They've got a lot of offensive linemen up there, a lot of beef. And they'll give it off to Peyton Lang. And a gain of 2.
You know, that's a good pursuit right there. What they did is they just closed the holes right there, closed the seams. Peyton tried to get through the seam right there, and they did a great job of converging on him. Like we always say, they call it vice tackling. One guy coming from one side, the other guy coming from the other side, and they just cut him in half right there. Brings up second down and long for the Tigers.
6 offensive linemen on that play, plus Titan Hicks, who has got the size that at the right school he may be an offensive lineman. Satemba drops back to pass, gets it off to Roberson. A good block from Hicks to seal it off. Roberson stiff arms one into the secondary, and a kitchen tune-up first down.
Yeah, it's a great job right there for Roberson. Look like we got a little yapping down on the sideline. But, hey, you know, that's one of those deals where, you know, Jay's going to do his best. Jay and the offensive staff's going to do their best to try to get this guy the ball on the perimeter because he is an explosive player.
First down and 10, ball on the 42-yard line. High snap, handoff, this time up the middle, and brought down quickly, a gain of 1.
We got 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. I like the way Jay's calling this game. You know, it is a defensive ball game, but he's doing his best to sit up there and see what he's going to do to take his shot, because there is going to be a shot coming here pretty soon.
Getting the signal from the sideline. 4 different signal callers for the Tigers among those assistant coaches.
We got one-on-one down here with Zay Matthews-Bergeau.
Irvine goes in motion. Looking left at Peyton Lang, and it's caught across the middle. The slant route connects, and a flag comes flying in.
Could be around the neck, could call a face mask right here, but there's, you know, that is coming from a situation where there could be some hand fighting on that side with the receivers, but we'll see what the call is.
Either way, we should be looking at a first down for BA.
Face mask. That's a 5-yard, which is basically the incidental face mask, so that's 5 yards. But it also adds on to our total right there for the first down, Dylan.
Again, going with a heavy package as Devin Smith comes out onto the field. Six offensive linemen plus Titan Hicks. Roberson following the blockers, pulling one defender a good 2 or 3 yards, and the forward momentum will get him down at the 39.
He's going to be the type of guy that I think if we continue to do this all night long, Dylan, I'll tell you right now, he's going to break one. I got the feeling he can break one. Once he catches that seam, the little crease inside that offensive line, he'll catch one.
We've talked about him being the home run hitter. You put one square across the plate, he's going to send it flying. And that's the case in football where it's if you give him one little crease, he's gone.
Exactly.
2nd and 7. Again, Roberson This time he does have a crease, and he moves the chains, and he's got some more.
Just shifty, very shifty right there. And keep riding him. Keep riding the guy. Keep getting these offensive linemen the confidence and making his moves up front as we run tempo right here on this first down.
Ball on the 27-yard line. Kitchen tune-up first down. Shotgun formation. Roberson again. Following blockers. Breaking it outside and a shoelace tackle.
Great tackle by their guy right there on the outside linebacker right there. Roberson's doing his best to try to get to the perimeter. You know, I'd like to see him try to keep it up in between the tackles right there. You know, not lose a little bit of yardage. But I will tell you this much, he did get a couple yards in the 2nd down and 8.
Brody Johnson making the hit. Or Brody Jones, excuse me. Faking the pitch out. And Satimba keeps it himself. Gain of about 1.5 yards.
Okay, looks like that was Grayson Best that came in for Octavian. We got Samaj here at the bottom. Tayshawn at the top. Jeremiah's back in.
Satimba by himself in the backfield, 3rd and 7. Irvine goes in motion. 3 to his right, 1 to his left, and he's looking left. Samaj Stanford created some separation, but that ball is too far outside.
And I like the play call right there by Jay. You know, you got your guy one-on-one, and that's been a lot going on down here on the near side of the field. A lot of one-on-one action. You try to get it to your best athlete, and just bad, not a good throw to the outside. Brings up 4th down, and we'll go for it. Once again, this is field position. You know, I mean, it's 3-0. You're looking at about a 4th and 7. We'll see what Jay and his offensive guys have dialed up.
Tigers going for it, down 3 here late in the 2nd quarter. 2:17 on the clock. Satimba drops back to pass, looking left, fires one, and it's falling incomplete. Stanford wants a flag. Coaching staff does as well, but they will not get it.
It looks like they ran a little bit of a smash concept right there. The inside receiver wanted to go to the corner. You know, they ran their outside receiver, little switch route going on right there with Sandiford up the seam. So Fayetteville held on downs right there. We got about 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. You know, it's time for the defense to step back up. Hey, when you're called upon, this is a good situation for the defense to show how they can be one of the best in the state.
So 1st down and 10 for Fayetteville. This is really a true 2-minute drill here. 2 minutes and 11 seconds when the ball was snapped. He's got a man downfield, and nearly from his seat, Bryson Brown was so close to that interception.
Hey, and I can tell you right now, they did a great job of protecting the flood route right there. You know, they brewed him out. They boot Hendricks out. They covered all zones, flat, intermediate route, and deep. They did a great job of covering that flood concept right there. Underthrown ball, almost picked off by BB.
So 2nd and 10. Clock stops for the incomplete pass. 2 to his right, 2 to his left. Johnson goes in motion. They'll throw it out to him on the screen.
Great pursuit.
Gillespie and Owens.
Great pursuit. Great pursuit. Nate, Gillespie, Gabe Manning. You know, they're Messiah Owens. They're all there. You know, you got 4 or 5 hats within a certain amount of yardage of the ball. Great pursuit by our guys.
3rd down and 7 now. At this point, Coach, I'd imagine Fayetteville okay with running the clock a little bit on this play.
And you know, they probably are. You know, I mean, if I know Casey well, you know, and I don't know him that well, but I can tell you right now he's going to be aggressive on this play.
Low snap. Johnson all by himself as the running back hits a wheel route and a 1st down.
And that could be a miscommunication right there with our linebackers or our secondary. You know, they had a running back coming out the backfield on a wheel route right there, and, you know, he throws it right there on the line, gets the 1st down for Fayetteville at about the 45-yard line.
Was completely unmarked on that play, and a fresh set of downs from the 45-yard line. Time starting to wear thin.
Fayetteville feels they're in control of this ball game with their play calling right here.
Faking the handoff. Plenty of time. And it goes right toward Messiah Owens before it falls incomplete. Pass just a little too high for Owens to come down with.
Hey, great read by him, just sitting right there in his little zone right there, reading the quarterback, keeping his eyes on the quarterback, reading his eyes, going up to try to make a play, brings up second down. Great play by Messiah, brings up second down. Missed opportunity, but I will tell you, Dylan, we live to fight another day on this one.
I think that's the first really bad decision we've seen from Hendricks so far in this game. He's been very controlled up to this point. Handoff to Johnson, tries to bounce it outside, breaks one, and knocked down by two others.
Okay, we had at the point of attack, Colton Barlow kind of misses that tackle right there, but he did slow him down. You got Gillespie and Samaj right there to clean it up.
3rd and 6.
Here's another money down for our defense right here. I can expect see a little bit of pressure, but I think our guys up front have done a great job of getting Hendricks off his spot, keeping him a little uncomfortable right there in the pocket.
This whole game, as far as I can remember, there has been 5 defensive backs on the field for the Tigers.
Yes.
And that is the case on this down. Pass over the middle is caught, and it's a first down.
We got 27 seconds here going, Dylan. So, they're trying to put themselves in a position to make a shot at the field or at the end zone. We're doing a great job right here of keeping everything in front of us, but they get right into that little zone, get the first down for the Fayetteville Bulldogs.
15 seconds at the time of the snap. Back to pass. Hendricks, there's that long ball he's been looking for, and he overthrows by a mile.
Got a flag.
Flag down on the field. Officials coming in to confer. Yellow marker down at the 52 or the 49 or 48, excuse me.
We got Hudson Lott coming in. Tayshawn's also coming in. Messiah's going off.
Everybody awaiting the call here. Not much time left. So the penalty's offset, and it is 1st and 10 once again. 7 seconds remaining in this first half, a 3-point ball game.
And I like our decision by our defensive staff, bringing some guys in to cover these routes right here. Looks like they got 3 up at the top, 1 at the bottom.
And they'll just hand it off to Johnson and round things out there. A great tackle made in the secondary by Hudson Lott, or coming from the secondary. Yeah. Hudson Lott making his first tackle on the season. Actually, his second on the season. He has 1 solo tackle already to his name. So that is all halftime. It is 3-0. The Tigers unable to find any points here in this first half, but still in it. It's a very close ball game.
I'll take it. I mean, defensively, we're doing a great job. Offensively, I think we're trying to find something that Jay likes. He just hasn't found it yet, and he will find it in the second half. But defensively, we're playing lights out, and I like what I see right now with our guys.
We've got a lot to come here in our halftime show. We'll interview Coach Hill when they come out of the locker room after a quick discussion. But before we get there, we'll take a quick break and come right back here live on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic. Hey Tiger fans, this year Broken Arrow is going cashless for all home varsity games.
That means all tickets are sold through GoFan. No paper tickets needed.
Debit and credit cards are still accepted at the gate.
But we still encourage you to download the GoFan app.
Have your tickets on your phone before you arrive so you can get through the gates faster.
And don't worry, our BA ticketing team will activate your ticket at the gate.
This is the fast way to get in and skip the lines.
Remember to have your tickets ready on your phone.
Go cashless and see you at the game.
Each new school year brings more than a fresh start. It brings opportunity to shape lives, to build trust, and to make an impact that lasts far beyond the classroom. Here in Broken Arrow, we know that education isn't just what happens in textbooks or test scores. It's found in the moments, the conversations, the breakthroughs, the quiet support that helps a student keep going. Whether you drive a bus, teach a lesson, prepare a meal, coach a team, or keep our schools running, you are part of something bigger.
When the morning breaks, we won't hesitate. It's the first day, it's the first page. Our story starts here. Our story starts here.
Students find their voice in music, on the field, through leadership, service, and innovation. They challenge themselves, chase big ideas, and discover what they're truly capable of. And they don't do it alone. You help create the conditions where students feel safe, supported, and seen. That's where real learning begins, and our families know it. Remember, we passed the 2023 bond issue with 80% support from our community, which means they believe in what you are doing. We're not just working in a school system. We're building a future together. And in today's world, that matters more than ever. This year, we have a chance to change the story being told about public education, to shift the conversation from doubt to belief, from frustration to pride, to remind our communities and ourselves of the power we hold when we show up with purpose.
Let's make our story visible. Let's highlight our everyday wins. Let's celebrate our quiet heroes, our small victories, and our big breakthroughs. Let's do a great job of telling our story of what's really happening in our schools each and every day.
It's the first day, yeah, it's the first page. Our story starts here.
Because when we share our story, we elevate our mission. We remind others and ourselves why this work matters, and we invite everyone to be a part of it. This is our year to lead with passion, to build with purpose, to share with pride the real story of public education in Broken Arrow. This is our story, one of tradition and transformation, of pride and progress, of excellence and heart. And now, we invite you to help us tell it. Let's tell it well.
And always remember, in Broken Arrow, the best is yet to come.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, park improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union, the only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go Yay!
Where do I see myself?
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 Where do I see myself in 10 years? I see myself hopefully out of college, graduated with a career, at least like a start of a career, and hopefully buying a house.
Where do I see myself in the next 10 years? I see myself married with kids.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? In 10 years, hopefully I've graduated college and, I'll be 27. Maybe married with a kid, but definitely graduated college.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? By 27, I'm hoping to be flying for the airlines, hopefully Delta or Southwest.
In the next 10 years, I see myself out of dental school and married and hopefully one kid maybe.
I see myself in the next 10 years being a millionaire. I see myself married with 4 kids as a radiologist.
Where I see myself in the next 10 years is somewhere living happy. In 10 years, I hope I'm traveling the world and maybe have a couple kids or so.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? I see myself acting in movies and living in New York City.
Where I see myself in 10 years is having my dream job in my family.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? I see myself working as a PA and traveling the world with my husband.
Where I see myself in 10 years? Hopefully out of college and being an ESPN journalist.
In 10 years, I see myself working as an airline pilot, being married, and traveling the world.
In the next 10 years, I see myself getting a degree at Savannah College of Art and Design and continuing to be a tattoo artist.
The next 10 years, I see myself living in California, doing my dream job, being a registered nurse.
In the next 10 years, I see myself as a pediatric nurse.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Hopefully graduated college with steady career and hopefully a family.
Next 10 years, I see myself with a family.
In 10 years, I see myself pursuing my career and starting a family. How long is 10 years from now? 28?
27, 28, yeah.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
What's up, Tigers? I'm Lizzie Connor.
I'm Jackie Martinez.
And we're here at Aloha Bash to ask the people of BHS some questions to kick off the school year. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right, let's get to it.
Who am I here with right now?
Lemon!
Draco! What are you guys most looking forward to right now at Aloha Bash?
The slip slide.
They're gonna go down the slide.
I had to take a quick intermission and get a snow cone, so just give me a minute, guys.
So what is y'all's favorite part about this whole place?
Probably this slide right here. Slip and slide. The slip and slide.
Well, do you guys want to go over there?
Yes.
Right. Come on. That one? They want to do this one, guys. Let's do this one. Jules is in first. Jules?
Hey! No. That was like a stunt. 10 out of 10. What is one piece of advice you'd give to anybody that is just starting high school?
Wear goggles when you go in the bubbles.
I got a question. Why do you not play basketball?
I see my companion in the crowd, and I don't know where she went, so it's just me now.
How are you liking the bubble pit?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Who's winning right now?
Us.
What has been the most intense moment of this game?
That right there.
That went out.
But it's intense. Does she know what intense means? Do you know what intense means?
Do you know what intense means?
Watch this, watch, you're about to see.
I can't see. If you were to get a snow cone right now, what flavor would you get? Pink lemonade.
Tigers won!
Ah, Tigers won! Break it down. Break it down. All right, Tigers, thank you so much for tuning in. We have had a great time at the Aloha Bash.
GMBA, we'll see you soon, so keep an eye out.
ArrowVision out!
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed Tender Bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Hi teachers, it's that time of year again. I'm Charla Lane, the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation president, and this is Leslie Purcell, our grant chair, and we're here with an important annual reminder.
The Broken Arrow Public School Foundation's teacher grant application is now open, and we're ready to help bring your creative classroom ideas to life.
If you've got an innovative lesson plan, a project that needs equipment, or an out-of-the-box learning experience that kids will never forget, this is your chance.
Last year we funded 47 projects across the district, and we're excited to support even more this year.
Visit bapsfoundation.org to learn more about the grant guidelines and submit your application. But don't wait. The deadline is Monday, October 20th. Thank you for always striving to give our students the best education possible.
Know that the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation is here to encourage you in that mission.
Welcome back to Northwest Arkansas and Fayetteville High School, where the Tigers are on the road taking on the Purple Dogs. The scoreline right now 3-0. The Tigers yet to get on the scoreboard. Right now, the band out there, halftime show on our live broadcast brought to you by Kinetic. I want to take a moment to thank a couple of our One Club sponsors, Quick Trip and First National Bank of Broken Arrow. Our broadcast is brought to you in part by those two companies. Thank you for all that you two do, Quick Trip and First National Bank of Broken Arrow. Also want to tell you about our podcast every Wednesday night. It's Uncaged, and it comes to you live from Buffalo Wild Wings. This coming Wednesday, we will have the softball team on our second episode of the season, and just had the volleyball team on this past Wednesday for a great conversation. Had Coach Bowen and the girls right before their 3-sets victory over Owasso on Thursday. And Inside Tiger Football. That's where you can hear all the inside knowledge from head coach Travis Hill, and of course we'll have a couple of other little fun things and segments within that show. Got to talk to Peyton Lang, who was our JEI difference maker of the game last Friday night, so had a good conversation with him about his performance. That was with Madison Dildine. Want to give a quick shout out to Slim Chickens for sponsoring our 60-second spotlights at the top of the game, and we also want to shout out the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation. They have a BAPS Foundation golf tournament on Monday, October 13th at the club at Forest Ridge. You can showcase your business while supporting Broken Arrow teachers and students. Sponsorships are available. Visit bapsfoundation.org to sign up today. So, Coach Mo, back into the football world after we've handled all these housekeeping duties. 3-0 score line. Tigers down, but obviously you're well within range of taking over this ball game. It's been a chess match. That's the word that we used earlier, the phrase that we came up with for this, as it feels like both of the teams were feeling each other out for that first quarter, but then that second quarter things started to click a little more, but Fayetteville able to move the ball down all the way into the red zone and get 3 points.
Yeah, and we had a bend but don't break defensive session right there. And I like the way what we're doing on defense, the defensive side of the football. Dylan Higgins and Crave are doing a great job of making sure our guys are in the right place. Bend but don't break. You know, we're pursuing to the football well. We're keeping things underneath us, not let the top blow off. I think, you know, we see film and, you know, the guys said that Fayetteville's fast, but, you know, I think we're fast as well. I say we got some of the best defensive guys in the state of Oklahoma right now playing well, and our secondary guys. And our defensive line is playing well. The way they're pursuing to the football, the way they're taking away the tunnel screens, and we're doing everything we can. Gillespie's doing a great job of making the tackles inside the boundary over there. So we'll see what we have going in the second half.
BA is taking to the field once again. They're in the road white uniforms and the black helmets. And it's been a good defensive performance so far, giving up just those 3 points. You talked about the bend, don't break, and gave up just a field goal. But overall, just giving up 3 points is also really solid from this defense, and you'd hope that that continues here in this second half. Got a lot of football still to go. Offensively, things are going to need to click into place. We've had a couple of plays where Jeremiah Satimba's had a guy downfield and just overthrew him, maybe no more than a yard and a half in front of his man. And so you'll hope that those passes start to connect, those big runs from Roberson will start to hit, and the Tigers get into motion.
And I think Jay's feeling, like you said, it's a chess match, and I think Jay and his guys are filling it out. And once they get it filled out, you know, we'll start putting the yardage on the board and we'll start putting the points on the board. But right now, I think offensively, you know, we're doing a great job. Like you said, Octavian's doing what he has to do. He's protecting the football, you know, and also, hey, he's going to get his explosive plays here in a second, here in a little bit in this game. And I believe we're doing everything we can to keep Fayetteville off the field.
So the boys are loosening back up here before the third quarter of play. Head coach Travis Hill just about to catch up with our very own Madison Dildine. We have a new sponsor for these interviews with head coach Travis Hill at both halftime and postgame. Spring Dental now sponsors our interviews with head coach Travis Hill. And he makes his way over to the sideline and meets up with our sideline reporter, Madison Dildine.
Glad Greg good.
Coach, from your perspective, what's the difference in the game right now?
Well, obviously, you know, it's a defensive football game. Got to love that. It's a tight football game. We just got to have some, you know, consistent offense. We move the ball, but not consistently. So the more we can do that, does two things. One, obviously gives us an opportunity to score points, and number two, it keeps our defense off the field a little bit. So once we can get the ball moving a little bit, hopefully run between the tackles a little bit better, I do think that we have a chance to come in here and find a way to put points on the board. We've kept them from putting points on the board, come out in a good shape.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you to Madison, and thank you to Coach Hill, and thank you to Spring Dental for sponsoring our interviews with Coach Hill at both halftime and post-game. Coach Hill, he's no stranger to these big games. 175-47 is his overall record as a head coach. That's a 78.8 win percentage, and you got to be pleased with that if you're a head coach. And tonight, hoping to add one more to that win column. Obviously, he wants to see that offense start to improve, though.
Well, and as a defensive coach, that's what you always want to talk about. You know, I've always said myself, I mean, if you give us 14 to 21 points defensively, you know, spot us 14 to 21, we'll win a ball game. And it is true. I mean, you want to be more consistent with the offense, running between the tackles. As a defensive guy myself, that's what you want to see, you know, and I believe we'll see that in the second half, be more consistent. Like you said, you know, Jeremiah missed a couple throws here and there, but I think we make those throws in the second half.
Tigers make a second straight road trip out to Arkansas here this week. All time against Arkansas schools, Broken Arrow is 12-10 against out-of-state opponents overall. That includes Texas and anywhere else on the map. The Tigers are 17-12 all time. So winning record on both sides of that coin, and you'd hope that the same thing happens here tonight if you're a Tiger fan.
Well, that just shows you where we are as a program. I mean, it's all about the border battles, putting yourself up against teams from across the nation that are, you know, not only nationally ranked but compete for state championships in their individual states. So we've done a great job of showing up to show out whenever we come across the border.
This program is an experienced program on this Fayetteville side, 6-time state champions, including that 2023 state championship. That's the most recent one, and Jay Wilkinson was a part of that team. They went undefeated that year, averaged 43.5 points per game, and then last year when he was with Jinx, they averaged 32.3. So you're hoping that the Tigers offense can mimic those numbers and average somewhere in that 30 to 40 range.
And I believe we can. Another thing about Fayetteville is they're a senior-led team. You know, if you look at their roster, their 2 deep roster, it's dominated by guys that are seniors. So, you know, you're going to get a dogfight out of a ball club like Fayetteville, and I think we're here and we're ready to do it as Tigers, and let's go on with the second half.
So the kickoff is set to start soaring through the sky. That little football is headed in the direction of Samaj Stanford, and again, he will get a chance to return it, fielded around that 4-yard line. Got one guy to miss, but the second guy held on, and he goes out of play at the 20.5-yard line.
Well, I can tell you right now, Dylan, you continue to kick it to him this season. I'm going to make a prediction right now. He's going to take one to the house before the season's out. Looks like we got this offense about to come on the field. You know, Levy and Gorman and all those guys, Jeremy Smith and all those guys. I mean, I'm sure they met with Jay in halftime, and we'll see what this game plan goes forward in the second half for the Tigers on offense.
We've brought up Brody Jones, the cornerback for Fayetteville, a little bit in this game. We haven't said the name Kendrick Williams too much. He's the starting safety for the Purple Dogs, and he's an Arkansas commit. He'll be playing just up the road, Division I SEC football. 3-star safety and a number 13 player in Arkansas. Brody Jones, by the way, is going to play college football at Cincinnati, a 3-star safety recruit, but he plays corner for these Purple Dogs. Hand off to Roberson, and immediately he's got a lot of room to work with, and a gain of 8 before he's brought down.
Shot out of a cannon right there, and that's the little crease we were talking about. I would like to see him put his foot in the ground, get more upfield, get vertical, because I think he had more grass if he would have put his foot up in the ground and get vertical. But looks like we got a second down and about 2. Great play call and great run by our offense right there.
Heavy set from the Tigers, 2 receivers. Samaj Stanford at the top, Zane Matthews-Boudreau at the bottom. Again, they hand off to Roberson. Again, he finds a crease, and he's sliding between defenders. He's got some room to work, going down the right sideline before he's knocked out of play. A huge kitchen tune-up first down.
And great playoff tackle right there for Octavian. Great job by our offensive line. Open up that crease once again. Looks like we found what we found. So let's go again as we run a tempo right here on first down at about the 43-yard line.
That last offensive possession for Broken Arrow, the Tigers were moving the ball with Roberson running the ball. It seems like they like that, and they're coming back out and immediately going to it here in this third quarter.
And it looks like our guys are starting to wear down on that three-man front from Fayetteville. And, you know, we got a pretty hefty big offensive line up there, as you see right now, as we're about to snap the football to Jeremiah.
Well, they're going with that heavy package. There's been 6 offensive linemen plus Titan Hicks out there. And again, Roberson gets right through. He's got one guy wrapping him up, and he's brought down near that 21-yard line. But Roberson, like you said, a shot out of a cannon here in this second half.
Keep it moving, keep it going, keep doing what you're doing right now. I think they're dealt with some guys up front. They're doing what they have to do right now as we got a nice little hefty offensive line in, and I like what I see right now, Dylan.
So the run game may be the answer here against the Purple Dogs. Roberson again. And this time brought down for his shortest gain so far in this third quarter, but it's still a gain of about 7.
Hey, and I like what I see right now. I mean, these big players are right behind the guys. Looks like Devin Smith is in on there. You got running over there beside of JJ and Caden Moody. So as long as we continue to do what we can do in this big, heavy package, let's keep running behind those big boys up front on the right side.
That right side, as you mentioned, Devin Smith, J.J. Brashears, Silva's over there. Now Hicks just goes in motion to the right. Now they'll pass it. It's Peyton Lang in the flat. He's got some room down that left sideline, and he goes down at the 5-yard line.
Let's keep going, and I like that. We ran that fake right there. Hey, Peyton Lang coming in for a little now screen pass right there. Get us down at about the 6-yard line, 1st and goal for the Tigers.
They said he went out of bounds just 1 yard shorter than we had him booked for, so 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
Nick Irvine's in right now.
Tigers have been moving quickly, and it feels like the adjustments at halftime have clicked into place. And now we're going with that Hicks-Cat formation. Titan Hicks will take a direct snap. Jeremiah Satimba's out wide. Lang goes in motion. Hicks up the middle. Going to try to plow over a couple of guys, and he gains a few yards down at the 2.
Hey, and that hole was open on that right side right there, and that was a good pursuit by their defensive line to get that tackle right there. Looks like he's down at the 2-yard line, 2nd down and 2. Let's keep going right now with the Titan Hicks package right here.
Ball's been moving with ease, and
Looks like they're
Imagine they're going to go back to the run game. Roberson comes out onto the field.
So they take offensive lineman out and they bring Roberson back in. Jeremiah is in right now.
Quick huddle. Roberson lined up deep in the backfield. Satimba under center. Pushing. They're going to see if they can get him in. This worked last week. Can Satimba get in this time? No signal yet.
He's got to be in.
He's in the back of the end zone celebrating, and finally
He's
the arms go up.
There we
Touchdown,
go.
Tigers.
Satimba push right there. I love it. Great job by our offensive line. We got heavy. We went right between the tackles, right up between the guards. We pushed them in. 6 points, Tigers.
The Satimba sneak
Hey, I like
has
that.
worked twice this
I'll take
season.
that. Yes.
And the Tigers get on the board for the first time tonight. It's a 6-3 ball game with Nick Irvine set to take the PAT. There's the snap, the hold, the kick, and the Tigers have a 4-point lead here in the third quarter. Live on ArrowVision, you're watching Tiger Football, brought to you by Kinetic.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Back here on ArrowVision, live from Fayetteville, Arkansas. The Tigers have a 7-3 lead over the Purple Dogs, and it's courtesy of the run game.
Yes.
They were able to move it all the way down the field with Octavian Roberson, get down into the red zone, get close. They did a quick screen to Peyton Lang. Then they go to that Hicks cat, was what we're going to call it.
Yeah.
Titan Hicks taking a direct snap, and he's a big old boy to bring down. He gets forward for a couple of yards, and then you get Satimba about 2 yards out, and you just push him in, and the quarterback able to find 6. But we have to credit somebody on that sideline with some of this, and that is Levy Adcock, the run game coordinator. So you got to imagine he was involved in this second half.
Well, and I'm sure that he went in at halftime and said, hey, let's get behind these big boys. Let's run this football, because I know that's the best friend to a defense is running the football, especially on the road.
Irvine's kick is away, short, and it's received by Johnson. He's got some room down the right sideline. This may be a big return for Fayetteville. A push from behind and a couple extra yards before he goes out of play at the 32-yard line.
Okay, and right there they had a nice little return coming to their own sideline. They sealed our guys to their own sideline. Little sideline return for the bottom of the numbers. Looks like they got a first down at about the 42-yard line or 32-yard line for Fayetteville.
Didn't get to make mention of the starters for the defense in the first half. We'll try to do it quickly here. John Burrell II is number 99. Josie Sanders, 50. Gabriel Manning. Gabe Manning is number 10. Messiah Owens, Noah Gillespie, Gaston Farrell, Bryson B.B. Brown, and Samaj Stanford make up the secondary. Samaj Stanford coming up and making that tackle there. The linebackers, number 22, Nate Jackson, number 25, Malik Ross, and number 33, Colton Barlow.
And I like what I see right now, even though our guy right here, Malik Ross, missed the tackle. It's still all about, stopping the momentum of the running back, because, our guy Samaj is going to come in and clean up.
Again, shotgun formation. Hendricks hands it off. Going down that left side, Katavian Taylor is brought down again. It's Samaj Stanford.
And then one thing I can tell you right now, Dylan, is the pursuit, keeping everything going lateral. He got a couple yards there, but we did a great job of keeping our outside arm free and making the play. Good job by Samaj in that defense.
3rd down and 4. Change at receiver.
Yeah, 3 receivers here at the bottom. Empty look again once again.
It's Jaden Nicholson that came out there, takes the place of the tight end, so they'll go 5 receivers and an empty set. Johnson goes in motion, now sets up next to the quarterback. Rolling right, on the move. He's got Nicholson, and he gets down at the 20-yard line a gain of enough for a first down.
And another pass concept out of that 3-wide look over here at the bottom of the screen. You know, you want to roll him, get him a little semi-rollout. Running back's going to be his little protection coming into that semi-rollout. We got the first down in the flat area right there by Fayetteville.
Looked like it was a 6-yard gain on the pass to Nicholson. Now, again, they pass it out to the right. It's Johnson, and Gillespie did a great job breaking that play down.
I think he's starting to get his feet settled into this defense. You know, whenever he came over from where he was at previously, you know, now he's starting to feel it right and get his feet settled in. And I know some things happened last week with the communication, but he's done a great job of coming up making the tackles in this game so far.
And he's had the quickest turnaround in terms of getting used to this coaching staff as he joined the Broken Arrow football team just about 5-6 weeks ago.
Yes. Another empty look again, Dylan.
Hendricks looks right. Some pressure in from the defensive line. He's got a man toward the end zone, but he throws it out of play.
Hey, and blanket coverage once again, guys. Blanket coverage, I like it. You know, I mean, we got our little receiver down here, number 1, kind of complaining to the official about a little hand fight between him and Gillespie. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's just defense, and these officials are letting them play.
Fayetteville getting the signals and setting up in their formation. We haven't seen them move as fast as we had seen on tape. They are still taking their time on a lot of these plays and getting set up, setting up motions, doing all sorts of things to try to confuse the Tigers. Hendricks back to pass. Pressure in again. He's got a man down the middle and a touchdown for the Purple Dogs.
All right, and that right there looked like we had a little double coverage on that little slot guy right there. It looks like one of our defenders was supposed to take the inside while the other defender takes the outside. Looks like we had a little miscommunication right there. He gets inside both guys, and he's right up to seam for the touchdown.
There's a flag on the play, and the official has gone over to speak to head coach Casey Dick on the Fayetteville sideline. Coach Hill wants an explanation. A roughing the passer call. I was about to tell you, Mo, he made a great throw under pressure, and you have to give credit where credit is due.
Exactly.
And he stayed in there and made a contested throw, and it looks like the Tigers were a little too late to get to the QB.
Well, and that's probably one of the reasons why he's one of the highly recruited kids over here in the state of Arkansas. He made a dime throw right there, but he took advantage of the miscommunication between both DBs. One DB was supposed to take the inside, the other DB was supposed to take the outside, and they're right up the seam for the score.
It was Kenyon Johnson who made the touchdown grab, and he has been an issue for the Tigers as he has been able to make a lot of big plays, and this time coming up with a score. We'll step aside quickly here on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic, and come right back with more third quarter football. Hey Tiger fans, this year Broken Arrow is going cashless for all home varsity games.
That means all tickets are sold through GoFan. No paper tickets needed.
Debit and credit cards are still accepted at the gate.
But we still encourage you to download the GoFan app.
Have your tickets on your phone before you arrive so you can get through the gates faster.
And don't worry, our BA ticketing team will activate your ticket at the gate.
This is the fast way to get in and skip the lines.
Remember to have your tickets ready on your phone.
Go cashless and see you at the game.
Lights are still flashing after that touchdown for the Purple Dogs. It's now a 10-7 ball game. The Tigers right back to being down by a field goal. And it will be a kickoff to the Tigers. But, of course, that roughing the passer penalty makes the kickoff very short. So I would imagine there probably won't be a return here.
Well, and both offenses look like they made their adjustments in the second half during the halftime. So we'll continue to see if this is going to continue to be one of those ball games in the second half where the scoreboard is going to light up.
Kick is away, and it will bounce into the end zone. Stanford looked like he wanted to return it, but it was coming down quick. So the Tigers will set up shop at the 20-yard line.
And, you know, Fayetteville did a great job once again, Dylan. I mean, they methodically once again moved the football down the field. They know what they wanted to do. They caught us off guard with the miscommunication, looked like between the two DBs. Their quarterback, Hendricks, made a great throw, like you said, off air. He made a great throw under duress, you know, puts a dot onto the receiver. The receiver does a great job making the catch inside the end zone. I mean, it's just one of those situations where now our offense has to respond right here.
We saw the run game work to perfection last time out. We'll see if the Tigers go back to it. First play, they fake the handoff to Roberson, and Satimba will use his legs. Flag down in the backfield.
We'll probably have a hold if it's the white hat throwing it from the backfield.
It is a hold against the Tigers.
It's one of the things that the white hat keeps his eye on is that inside that box area between the tackles and the guard and the center. And it looks like he's the one that made that call, and that's, once again, that's a hold on our guys.
So that backs BA up to the 10-yard line. And they will repeat first down, but now a 1st and 20. Satimba back to pass. Had a little bit of time, but as soon as he steps up, he's met by one of the linebackers. Well done defensively by Fayetteville, a loss of 2 as Spence Palladino makes the tackle.
Okay, and he did a great job. He wanted to step up, but those 2 defensive tackles are right there to meet him at the line of scrimmage. Also, too, like you said, Dylan, I mean, they did a good job of staying on the top of the routes. Looks like Jeremiah wanted to take a shot right there, but it wasn't there for him.
BA backed up into their own end zone. Ball at the 7-yard line, maybe the 6.
Okay, you got 2nd and 24. I mean, you want to get a chunk of your yardage, anywhere from 7 to 10 yards on this play.
They'll hand it off to Roberson. He'll go up the middle. Now he'll bounce it outside. And a lot of purple jerseys around, but nobody able to bring him down until he gets a gain of about 9.
Okay, now you're running into a 3rd down situation right here, where it's about 3rd and about 11. Third and 17. They gave him 7 yards on that.
Snap to Satimba, looking to pass, pressure coming. He reads it, steps outside the pocket, and he's off to the races. Gets out of play, and a huge hit right on the sideline. No flag thrown. I think that's a bit of a stunner. If you are a Tiger fan, a Tiger coach, a Tiger player, you would imagine that would be a penalty, but nothing there. Now 4th down and 4, and the punt unit comes out.
The Bulldogs, Pregame and Taylor.
Satimba will be the one to punt it away. Play clock had hit 0, but the official stops play for a moment.
Back to punt, Satimba.
Looks like it is a confusion over jersey number. Antonio Gillespie was also out there. Excuse me, Noah Gillespie. And he also wears number 1, so he can't be out there with Satimba.
I'm going to punt from about the 26-yard line.
Bryson Brown takes his place. Punt from Satimba is away, nearly got blocked. And it will roll out almost exactly at the 50-yard line.
Well, hey, now it's time for and we got a flag coming in right here.
Messiah Owens and
they got another flag.
Jones tied up, and now another flag comes in late. So I would imagine this will be offsetting unsportsmanlike conducts.
Well, Dylan, we had talked in the offseason that these 2 schools, last year kind of got a little chippy in the game as well due to what was going on social media. But I think it's just one of those things this year. We're coming over here trying to get a victory on their field. Emotions are high. Early season matchup between 2 top schools in their respective states, so emotions are going to be high.
Zebras are still talking it over at midfield. Fayetteville head coach Casey Dick is not happy. If you think back to last year, final score was 30-23. Fayetteville was able to get the win, and it came a little bit easier than this one has been so far. The Tigers are definitely not going to just hand things over to the Purple Dogs. So an unnecessary roughness on Messiah Owens, but an unsportsmanlike conduct on Fayetteville. I didn't catch the number, but they will offset.
Ball snap, smack dab right there about the 50-yard line.
Right on the teeth of the Purple Dogs. Two receivers left, two receivers right for Hendricks. It goes to Johnson. Defense trying to read it, and they bring him down after a gain of 3. Madison Dildine was down on the sideline listening into the cornerback room. Madison.
Speaking of high emotions, our cornerbacks coach Keenan Reed was saying, hey, just relax and calm down. We're good. You have to communicate everything because everything matters. I need you to focus. Dylan.
Thanks, Madison. So the message clear for those DBs out there. Tight formation for Hendricks. Looks right quickly. And again connects with Johnson. And again, he's got a big play for the Purple Dogs.
And she is correct right there, you know, listening to Keenan Reed. It is about communication. I mean, that's the first thing you got to do. You got to align, get the communication for your assignment. And even on this play right here, you know, when they got the first down, you know, they come out and flooded that zone once again on Gillespie's side.
Kenyon Johnson has been a game breaker for the Purple Dogs. This is a shot toward the end zone and overthrown, looking in the direction of Katavian Taylor.
Okay, we just got to be quicker. We just got to get quicker on flipping our hips right there. You know, either that was probably the communication getting a little bit too late to Gillespie, but we got to do a better job of reading that play and getting vertical with that receiver so they don't get another touchdown.
You've talked a lot about the communication out there between the safety and the cornerback. Break that down for us a little bit. Bryson Brown has switched over to the safety position. You're changing things up, going from covering a third of the field as a cornerback to now covering the whole field. We'll watch this snap first before you do so. Pass out to Nicholson. Ball's loose. They'll say he was down.
I'll say he was down. I heard the whistle, but we'll see right here.
Tigers want the football, but they won't get it. Messiah Owens down on the turf.
Yeah. So getting back to your point right there, and we talked about this off air, Dylan, you know, in our conversations that we've had. You know, BB was the type of guy that they play corner, and that's how he's got his look from colleges, and that's how he's been successful over the years. Making the move to safety, now he sees the field in a much broader perspective now. He has to make those calls to his corner now. He was getting those calls. Now he has to make the call. He has to see the formation come out, make the correct call, get that call to that corner in a timely manner.
Messiah Owens down on the turf. We'll see if he's able to continue. We'll take a quick commercial break and come back live here on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Back here at Harmon Field, hoping it was just a cramp for Messiah Owens. They were stretching him out, and he is up on his own feet and back over to the sideline. Tigers looking at a 3rd and 8 defensively. Hendricks takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's got a man over on the left side, and he's blown up by Samaj Stanford. The safety was lining that up all the way across the field.
I love it, I love it, I love it. But here's the deal right here. That's what happens whenever you're in a cover 2 situation right there. Hendricks did a great job of putting that ball on the line, and that soft part of cover 2 where your safety's underneath, your safety's over the top, and your corner's underneath. Did a great job, but that's what happens. Safety coming over the top, he's going to make a play, and he's going to either blow you up or pick it off.
We've talked about his speed, his closing speed.
Yes.
And you could see it from the middle of the field. He was over there at that left hash.
Yeah.
He had his eyes right beamed in on that wide receiver, and he had lined up in his sights, and he was coming in full speed.
And the thing about it is, I mean, I think he makes the play. As a matter of fact, I know he makes a play if a quarterback puts that ball a little bit more air underneath it. Hendricks is a pretty good quarterback. He's taught to put that ball on the line.
We'll take a moment to step aside as there is a Purple Dog down on the field, and we'll come back after this commercial break.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Hey Tiger fans, this year Broken Arrow is going cashless for all home varsity games.
That means all tickets are sold through GoFan. No paper tickets needed.
Debit and credit cards are still accepted at the gate.
But we still encourage you to download the GoFan app.
Have your tickets on your phone before you arrive so you can get through the gates faster.
And don't worry, our BA ticketing team will activate your ticket at the gate.
This is the fast way to get in and skip the lines.
Remember to have your tickets ready on your phone.
Go cashless and see you at the game.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Welcome back here live on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic. That player that was down for Fayetteville was the running back Caleb Johnson, and he was going out. I believe that was a wheel route for him or something down the boundary, and Samaj Stanford came in and laid down a big hit, and he is headed over to the sideline, and I'm sure they will be checking on him.
Hey, we got 4th down. This is huge. This is money down that we call on defense. You got 4 receivers down here at the bottom. Looks like we're going to stay a little bit on top of the hash. Call us quads, diamond look. Got timeout, Broken Arrow.
A lot of energy from this home sideline here on that play. It's 4th down, as you mentioned, so they're trying to give some excitement and some juice to their Purple Dogs. But, of course, Tigers on the far side, we have a pretty good traveling fan base over there, and they were up on their feet trying to make a lot of noise as well for the opposite reason.
Yeah,
right?
well, and I mean, we got our safety Samaj over there just, trying to get them juiced up. And that's something we need to see not only from our guys that we haven't had the last few years, but from our fans that we haven't had from the last few years. And it's what Coach Hill talks about. You got to bring the juice. And if you don't bring the juice, I mean, what's the point of playing football on a Friday night?
Training staff looks to be checking out Caleb Johnson's neck over here on the sideline. We hope for the best with him and hope he's able to continue play, whether that be tonight or next week. Either way, get back out on that field, get those pads back on, always wishing for the best no matter what. So 4th quarter is not too far away. Only 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go. It's a 4th and 8 here. Tigers down 3. This is a big play.
It's a diamond package again right here, down here at the near side.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Immediately looks to his right. Now he reads back to the left. He's got a throw across the middle, and nobody's in the area. Tigers get the ball back.
We were ready for that, and we knew what they were bringing on that play. Did a great job of keeping everything in front of us. They wanted to run that receiver out for a now screen. Covered the receiver up top with 2 guys. Turnover on downs. Broken Arrow heading the other way, looking to score 6 points.
We talked about the chess match. That was putting the Purple Dogs in check. Really.
Well, and it's preparation. I mean, you see plays on film and you prepare your guys, and there's certain tendencies that you see whenever you're breaking down film. And right there, our defensive staff knew that Fayetteville was going to do what they were going to do, and we stopped them on that.
So BA takes over on offense at the 29-yard line. Quick handoff to Roberson, and quickly some laundry.
He probably got a hold right here on the left side of the line.
It's actually against
hands
the
to
defense
face.
for a hands to the face. I saw that
Yeah.
marker on the far side start to move, and I got curious if the
Yeah.
Tigers actually weren't the offenders on that one, and it looks like it will be against the Purple Dogs.
Hey, I'll take that all day long. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, putting this football behind the bigs. Let's put this game on the bigs right here, Dylan.
If you can get a score here, that's a huge momentum builder against these Purple Dogs. So over the way that these last couple of possessions have gone. And Satimba, he may be gone into the secondary and out of play right around that 28, 29-yard line. But a flag down in the backfield, and it's Octavian Roberson that is near that marker.
And we'll see. I mean, looks like we try to get our guys away quick enough, but I think it might be a little extracurricular activity with the Fayetteville guy, but we'll see.
Tied up with Brody Jones.
Yep.
And it's actually against
Yes.
Purple Dogs,
Yes.
number 0, as both Jones and Roberson were tied up, and it goes against Fayetteville. And a player down for Fayetteville.
So they'll tack on some more yardage right there. Hey, once again, I mean, I think we're doing a great job of identifying where we're going to key our run game to right now. And once again, Dylan, let's just keep getting behind these bigs and let them take us home to a victory tonight.
Well, they tend to the injured player. We'll step aside once more and come right back here live on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
It's time to update your kitchen just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
It's time to update your kitchen just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens. Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Hey, Tiger fans, this year Broken Arrow is going cashless for all home varsity games.
That means all tickets are sold through GoFan. No paper tickets needed.
Debit and credit cards are still accepted at the gate.
But we still encourage you to download the GoFan app.
Have your tickets on your phone before you arrive so you can get through the gates faster.
And don't worry, our BA ticketing team will activate your ticket at the gate.
This is the fast way to get in and skip the lines.
Remember to have your tickets ready on your phone.
Go cashless and see you at the game.
Back here at Harmon Field, the Tigers on the road against the Fayetteville Purple Dogs. 3 minutes left in the third quarter, down 3. We've been waiting on the injured player to hop up to his feet, and he finally is. It's Preston Kendall, and we're glad to see that he's at least up and at him again. With the help from a couple of coaches. Again, same thing, just like with Caleb Johnson. We hope for the best. Hope those guys are able to get back out onto the field.
Well, Dylan, we got the ball right here and about inside the 15-yard line. We're, a lot of people call it the red zone. I like to call it the green zone. Cash money, let's get in there. We can still get a first down inside the 5-yard line.
I was trying to think if there was anything positive that's red. I'm
I like
a hard
to call
time
it green.
thinking about it. I
That's why
guess
to call
it
it
is.
the green
It
zone.
should be called the green zone.
Yeah,
You're
it
absolutely
should,
right
yeah.
on that. Ball at the 15. Shotgun formation. Roberson in the backfield with Satimba. Titan Hicks at tight end. And off Roberson. He's got room up the middle. Going to have to pull a defender with him, and he's brought down just short of the goal line. And again, a flag in the backfield.
So this is from the white hat, so it's a hold. 55.
Goes against, I believe it was actually Silva 65.
He called 65. He called 55, but it could be Silva.
I think it was against Silva. He looked like he was having a quick
Moody's
conversation with the official.
Yeah. It's 55. Moody's our left tackle. Silva's the right tackle. And you know where he threw the flag at. I mean, he threw the flag right over on the right side of the line, so that had to be either our right guard or our right tackle. So obviously it was Silva on that play. So we're good. Still a first down and long right here.
First down and 20. Handoff again to Roberson, this time to the outside on the left side. And he's able to get forward for a good gain. Nearly got all 10 yards back. It'll be a 2nd and 12.
Hey, let's keep running this football. I know we got one-on-one down here with Zane, so you might see a shot right now. I mean, it is a good opportunity to take a shot to the end zone if you want to. But, hey, you know, whatever's going good right now and it's clicking, and Agent Zero right now is clicking, running this football behind the bigs. Got one-on-one at the top.
One-on-one at the top, 2 receivers to the bottom. Stanford and Lang to the bottom. Matthews, Boudreaux to the right.
They're making their call. They're checking on the defense. 2 high safeties. Stand one-on-one at the top.
Snap from Isham. Satimba back to pass. Sees that coverage one-on-one. He's going to go out to his right side. Stiff arm, but a sack.
Man. I like to see Satimba throw that football away. I mean, obviously, if our guy was covered at the top and he didn't like it, I mean, it was that one-on-one at the top. Just go ahead and throw that football away and get us in a situation so we can be in a 3rd and manageable. But you know what? Let's go ahead. We got 3rd down at about 15, 16 yards. Might be two down territory right here, Dylan.
Will Price was able to get through the stiff arm and make the tackle.
Yes, and we can also tie it with the field goal.
Yeah, field goal is an option. Nick Irvine, the field goal kicker. High snap, pitched out to Roberson. He'll dodge forward and finally met around that 17-yard line. And a flag goes up late.
Might be on Fayetteville. Let's see. Holding that field goal unit out. Samaj is he's signaling that it could be against Fayetteville. We'll see.
Another conversation between officials. This game has been physical, has been chippy. It goes against number 5 on the defense. That's Grayson Jerry. And that's a 15-yard penalty, and that was crucial that Roberson got just enough yardage to get inside of that 15 marker, because now a fresh set of downs.
Fresh set of downs.
And a 1st and goal.
So, okay. So it's not an automatic first down. So that call right there is not an automatic first down.
So they do pick the marker back up, the sticks at least, the chain.
Looks like they're getting an explanation.
So a 4th and 4 or 5 here.
He's going to, looks like they're going to up that play clock. That's what Jay was talking about. Jay was signaling at the play clock. Now they're going to start the play clock. Still got a minute and 3.
The field goal unit will come out.
Yes.
And it's Nick Irvine.
Just
1:03 on the clock, 1 minute to go.
First field goal attempt of the year for Nick Irvine, just inside the right hash. Jack Gardner looked like he's holding.
Snapping the hold. The kick is good. So a tie ball game now at 10. The Tigers at least get 3 points up on the board and even things up just before the start of this 4th quarter. 42 seconds until the end of this one. We'll take a quick commercial break and come right back live on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Nearing that fourth quarter, just over 12 minutes until we claim a winner in this one or until we go to overtime, and we are tied up. So it could very well go to overtime. Dylan Rivera here on play-by-play. Coach Mo Wallace, the color commentator. Madison Dildine is our sideline reporter. Tigers set to kick it back over to Fayetteville. And we've seen the Tigers do this where they fake a quick kick and they back up and set up for a proper one.
And just keep them honest. Keep them honest. That's part of our scheme and our kicking game right now.
Irvine kicks it away, and it goes out of play.
Looks like they'll probably mark it at the 35. And as we talked about, Dylan, I mean, once again, it has been a chippy game. I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, it's a cross-border 35-yard line. So, I mean, it's a cross-border battle between these two schools. You know, like I said, Broken Arrow wants to get revenge from last year for Fayetteville coming into our house and just giving it to us. And now it's our turn to try to give it back to Fayetteville. But you know what? I think the confidence is in this program. We have opportunity to win. Coach has always talked about resiliency, and, you know, we're showing that right here again tonight.
Snap to Hendricks, the handoff, and a huge gain for Johnson once again. He's popped from behind by Gillespie, and a gain of about 6.
Okay, and they're running a jet sweep into the boundary once again. You see Malik come in, fly in, kind of missed the tackle right there. You know, I'd see it on the on film, but probably had his head down. But I'd like to see him make that play in the backfield for a loss.
2nd and 4. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Handoff. This is a different running back than we've seen all night long. And he's met in the backfield, actually just gets a gain of about 3. The running
Malik
back for Fayetteville was Drake Knock.
Malik and Nate Jackson on the tackle. Hey, Dylan, get your fours up. It's fourth quarter, tie ball game, man.
It's actually Terrence Garden on the carry, and we go into the fourth quarter with a tie score. And, I mean, it has been exactly that throughout this entire ball game.
I love it.
Just neck and neck, and we have 12 minutes to see if we can get a winner in this ball game. Broken Arrow and Fayetteville knotted up with 12 minutes to go. Keep it here on ArrowVision.
Start your day refreshed with a delicious breakfast sandwich deal from Quick Trip. Choose from classics like the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, the ham, egg, and cheese biscuit, or the melty bacon, egg, and cheese grilled cheese. And get ready to really wake up because it comes with
any small Red Bull of your choice, all for $5. Woo! Let's go! That's any breakfast sandwich plus a Red Bull for just $5. Yeah! QT, more than a gas station.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Hey Tigers, get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
Back here with the fourth quarter of play on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic. 3 receivers left for Fayetteville on a 3rd and 1. They'll hand it off, and it's Gardens up the middle, and he gets just enough to move the sticks.
Spread us out, try to run it between the tackles. They did a great job. You know, minimal game right there, but obviously that minimal game brings up a first down for Fayetteville.
No matter how you look at this, when you come away from this game and you've allowed just 10 points through 3 quarters to this Fayetteville team that put up 66 last week, that's a good-looking number.
I love it.
Handoff again to Garden. Jackson's all over it.
Great job by Nate Jackson.
Driving him back. He still hasn't gone down, but Nate Jackson won't let him move forward.
And that is exactly how a linebacker is supposed to play. He steps up into the hole right there, keeps his balance, keeps his leverage, and that's about a minimal game right there. For about a 2nd down, looks like a 2nd and 8 coming up for a 2-yard gain.
That linebacker room had to replace a superstar this past year after losing Cole Lamont to graduation. And having these 3 in Barlow, Ross, and Jackson, they've proved themselves to be pretty solid in the middle of that defense.
Looks like we're going man-to-man here with a 1 high safety.
2nd and 8. Hendricks back to pass, looking short, now looking across the middle. Great defense
And
from
great
Gaston Farrell.
defense.
He's all over.
Great defense. That's textbook defense right there. We call that a little slingshot technique right there by Gaston Farrell. And that man-to-man coverage brings up 3rd down and 8 right here for the Fayetteville Bulldogs.
Gaston Farrell is an energetic player, and if he gets a couple of plays like that, gets himself engaged in the ball game mentally, you know it might be a long night for the receiver in front of him.
He's doing a great job so far tonight.
3rd and 8 now. Hendricks looks to the sideline.
Got 2 high safeties right here.
5
Looks like
seconds
we
on
got
the play clock.
Man-to-man coverage again.
Snap, looking left, and now he's going to tuck it and run. Hendricks trying to get around the corner and knocked out a play by Ross, and he gets out at the 41, so a 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Okay, and that's a great job by the quarterback right there. He sees man-to-man, 2 high safeties. Guys get deep. He doesn't have anything within a couple looks right there. Gets underneath the lineman, scrambles for a 1st down.
So a fresh 10 for Fayetteville. Handoff. Garden can't get around the corner, and a great tackle from Colton Barlow.
Barlow, textbook, 2 screws into the chin. Great job by Colton Barlow right there on that tackle.
And what I love is he actually wrapped up. We see a lot of players nowadays try to make those highlight reel hits, but instead Barlow gets his arms all the way around, took him off of his feet.
And that's a great, once again, that's a great textbook tackle. 2 screws into the chin, explodes with his hips. That's why he's a wrestler.
That's why his dad's a football coach. That looks like working in the backyard has paid off. Hendricks steps up, looking deep. Ball is knocked loose.
Great job.
Hit the hands of probably both players out there. I think Katavian Taylor had it for a second. Gillespie got his hands on it for a moment, and it hits the turf.
Hey, seatbelt coverage right there by Gillespie. Stays on the upfield shoulder. Receiver goes up for the pass, comes back down, tries to come back down with it. And, you know, you always want to talk to your DBs and say, play through the catch, play through the hands. Gillespie played through the hands, incomplete pass. Brings up 3rd down and long for Fayetteville.
I know that Coach Hill loves the coverage skills that Noah Gillespie brings to this team. And right there showing it, staying like a shadow with Katavian Taylor.
You got stacked look on both sides right here.
3rd down and 10. Hendricks looks right. He's got pressure on his backside. They got to him. Colton Barlow again.
And that looks like we brought a little pressure right there from the end from Colton Barlow at the will linebacker spot. He beats his man, gets pressure on the quarterback, comes backside, gets a sack. Great job by our defense. Great call by our defensive coordinators and Craven Higgs. Brings up now 4th down, 4th and 16, and we got number 4 back there. Let's see if they kick it to him.
Punt unit is out on the field. Purple Dogs will not try to go for this one. They'll turn it back over to the Tigers with about 9.5 to play in this ball game. Low-hanging punt going out near that 20-yard line. And it'll be 1st down for the Tigers, setting up shop at the 21.
Hey, great stand by our defense right there, Dylan. I mean, Fayetteville looks like they were trying to make some moves right there. Hey, great job by our guys. Highlighted by the play by Gillespie. I mean, that's a shot by their quarterback, Hendricks. He wants to take a shot. Gillespie did a great job by playing through the hands, brings up 4th down, or brings up a 3rd down. Colton Barlow gets a sack right there and turnover on downs. Now it's our ball going the other way for the Tigers.
A lesser corner's in coverage there, and the marching band is playing.
They're probably playing, yes. That's why Gillespie's one of the best in the state.
9:26 to go here in the 4th. Snap to Satimba. Hand off to Roberson. Met quickly in the backfield, and a great response defensively from Fayetteville. That was Palladino again.
And then we're trying to bring a little pressure right there. Looks like Octavian might have a cramp.
Although it's a little cooler here tonight, you got to remember this is the start of the season. This is only week 2 for these Tigers, so a lot of cramping going on, a lot of cramps for Fayetteville as well. These guys still getting used to pushing their bodies
game-time
to
situations.
this level for this long.
We got Grayson Betts in right now, number 30.
Grayson Betts, the sophomore running back. 27 carries for 271 yards against Bixby on the freshman team last year. You know a little bit about that, Coach. Satimba looking down the right sideline. He's got Zane Matthews-Boudreau, and he's tied up with the cornerback, so there will be a call against the defense on this one.
And then we'll see where they're going to call that. Looks like you said, Dylan, that was against the defense. But we'll see if this is
In coverage, it was number 16, Cole Mobley.
Yep. And Zane's going to make you do that. I mean, Zane has great vertical speed, one of the best route runners on our team. But he's also that guy that, hey, you want to get him vertical, he'll outrace you. And looks like number 16 had to pull a little jersey right there, and official made a great call on our side.
He won't hesitate to tell you that he's the fastest man on the team.
Yes.
So he proved that track speed there as he got around the corner on the Fayetteville DB. First down and 10. Hand off to Betts, his first carry of the season, and he gets a first down for it. A flag came in from behind the play a little bit.
And that's what I'm going to tell you about Grayson Betts. If he gets a head of steam going and lowers them pads, it doesn't matter what level you are, it doesn't matter who you are, he's going to run you over. That kid has great lower strength.
I'll tell you one thing, it doesn't matter what size you are. Grayson Betts is very clearly the smallest guy out there on the field, but he runs so hard.
He runs
with
big.
Such a reckless abandonment. He's going to get yardage every time he touches.
And it's all about leveraging. He gets them pads low, and he will run you over, Dylan. It looks like that play comes back. Be first down and 13.
Grayson Betts' father played football at Broken Arrow. Betts runs track. And a guy that we were told would probably get some work here tonight, and he got his first carry just there. The flag brings it back, so it would have been a first down, but instead it's a first and 13. Again, they go back to Betts. He stumbles forward for a couple, and back to the original marker for a 2nd and 10.
Yes, he's a guy that is going to get some action tonight. Obviously, we're seeing that with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. Corey Sane goes out with a little bit of a nagging injury right now, so it'll be best that he's a young running back, so it'll be best to hold him out. But Grayson is stepping up so far to the plate. Right now he's in to take the spot from Octavian on this series.
Sango had 18 carries against Springdale Harbor, so definitely a lot of touches that are empty and willing to be given off to Grayson Betts now as he gets another good gain and a 3rd and 2, maybe a 3rd and 1.5.
And he's the type of kid, sorry about that, Dylan, but he's the type of kid that we talked about with Travis in our pregame. He has great vision, right there. He sees the hole. You'll lose him from the bigs up front. He's going to find that vision, find that hole. He's going to pop up in it. Next thing you know, he's off to the races. Robeson's back in for Grayson now.
He's definitely got to be a very frustrating running back for a linebacker to try to track down.
Looks like we got a
timeout for the Tigers. And they'll try to come up with something to get a first down here. Time starting to run low. 7:29, tie ball game. We'll step aside and come right back here live on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Back here live on ArrowVision, 4th quarter, 7:29 to go, tie ball game. But the ball is in the hands of the Broken Arrow Tigers. It is a 3rd and 1.
This could be 2-down territory right here, Dylan. He's under center.
Is under center, right behind Case and Isham. He'll hand it off to Roberson, and with a head of steam, the sticks will move, but again, a flag comes in.
These flags laundry's flying tonight. Laundry's flying tonight.
We'll await the call.
Hands to the face.
Goes against the defense, and
or face mask.
It's certainly something that Fayetteville will address this week in practice. There has been a lot of penalties against the Purple Dogs.
Well, and as long as it's them getting all the penalties, Dylan, I'll take it all night long.
Certainly hasn't been the cleanest game for Broken Arrow as well, but the Purple Dogs have been racking them up, and it's hurt them a lot in this game. There's plenty of chippy, unsportsmanlike conducts and sort of plays that come out after the snap and after the tackle. This is Titan Hicks at quarterback. He's looking to pass.
House.
He's got Lang down the right sideline, looking long, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's something that I kind of anticipated a little bit. You got Titan in at quarterback. They run empty. He does have a little cannon on him, after playing quarterback where he was at previously. But now it looks like we're bringing in the traditional offense right now with Jeremiah. And looks like Zane and Octavian coming back in.
We've talked about it before, and we talked about it in the last game. But Titan Hicks was a quarterback for his first 3 years of high school football. He was a quarterback at Hennessy and set record numbers of touchdowns in a game. Then he goes to Locust Grove for the last 2 seasons where he plays quarterback and throws for 2,500 yards. And now this season used in different packages. Satimba looking at Lang, and that one is knocked down to the turf, well covered.
And they're taking their shots. I mean, obviously they went to Lang. Looked like he could have been a little bit led a little bit more on that previous play before this one. He goes up to see him off his slot position on second down right here. Now we got third down. Crowd's kind of getting into it right here. We'll see what's going on. Jeremiah getting the calls from the sideline. Third down. This is 2-down territory right here for the Tigers.
Ball at the 49-yard line. Satimba getting the call over to Stanford.
We're going to double Samaj.
Satimba keeps it, now looks across the middle, and he misfires towards Zane Matthews-Boudreau, and a 4th down and 10.
You might want to flip it looks like they're looking like they might flip the field right here and try to pin Fayetteville as we see
Not a whole lot of time left. Have to consider the clock when you make your decision here.
It looks like it's being talked about because it looks like we got a punt team coming on right now.
So the Tigers will kick it away.
Seagreen's back to punt it.
Mentioned earlier, Seagren is the official punter. Satimba may do it from time to time, and he's done it a couple of times tonight. But Seagren is the #1 guy when it comes to booting the ball downfield, and this one is a spinner. Will it stop in time? No, it rolls into the purple of the end zone, and the ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's a ball game that we wanted tonight, and it's a ball game that I was asking for. It's a defensive effort by both teams. 10-10 with about 6 minutes and 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Again, this team put up 66 on Cabot High School here in Arkansas. Fayetteville did, and Broken Arrow has held them to 10 through nearly 4 quarters.
And it's a great game plan. Obviously, I think, we have the better athletes here at Broken Arrow, but it's a great game plan by Higg and Coach Higgins and Crave. So we'll see what our guys can do if they can stop Fayetteville's offense right here. But we flipped the field. It's in our favor right now. So the ball's on the 20-yard line of Fayetteville.
6:35 to go. Johnson hasn't come back out for more than a snap since that injury earlier. And there are no cleats on, and he's taking his gloves off at the moment. It's Garden that's in at running back, And it's Malik Ross that makes the tackle.
I like that we're going man-to-man on that play right there. One high safety, man-to-man. Keep some pressure going in. Try to stop the run game. Put some more pressure on Hendricks.
Second and 10. Johnson went in motion. Hendricks has to roll out left. He's going to outrun John Broll the second, but he has to step out as Josie Sanders is there. And a gain of a few.
And I like to talk about a great pickup right there about Colton Barlow for that running back coming out of the backfield. Looks like Hendricks wanted to get him on a little wheel route. Colton Barlow did a great job getting to him, flipping his hips, and keeping him in phase. And Hendricks didn't have the throw that he wanted.
3rd down and 4 to go. That first down marker. A stop here would be massive for these Tigers.
Watch some pressure coming from the backside.
Comes in from Nate Jackson. Hendricks gets around the corner, and he slides for the first down. Great awareness from that QB.
Great awareness because he's seen that pressure coming in from Colton Barlow at the bottom part from the backside. He just wanted to get a little scramble, knowing that we were playing man-to-man. When we play man-to-man, your defensive backs, their backs are to the quarterback. They can't quite see what's going on in front of them. First down for Fayetteville.
Not only that, but knowing where the marker is and when to slide down. He got about 2 yards past it before he slid. Hendricks is a solid QB. Hand off to Johnson. And brought down after a gain of 3.
Kenyon Johnson. Tackled by Messiah Owens.
Messiah Owens makes the tackle.
Man, he's had a great game today. Messiah's had a good game in the secondary. Gillespie's had a good game in the secondary. Farrell's had a good game. All these secondary guys have had a good game, keeping this high potent offense to 10 points.
Fayetteville changing things around. Hendricks moves Garden to his left hip. The snap, dropping back to pass. Looking across the middle, he's got a man, and there he goes. Huge gain for the Purple Dogs. Stanford meets him, and he's down around the 14-yard line. That goes to Charles Whitlow.
And that's just, like I said, that's part of the soft part of the defense that we were playing. They caught him right where they wanted to get him, in between the 2 safeties. That's a big-time play right there by Fayetteville. First down. Looks like first and inside the 15-yard line for the Bulldogs. Got 3 receivers down here at the bottom.
Still getting the play call in. They're definitely in no hurry now, being this close to the end zone. Ball on the 14, shotgun formation, 4 minutes to go. It goes to Garden. Sanders is all over it. Josie Sanders had an ACL injury last year, and we talked about how it came back, or how coming back from it has been a real process for him. Had some setbacks, and mentally it was really tough on him. But he's happy to be back out there. Had a great game last week. He was the defensive MVP by the coaching staff. And tonight coming up with a big tackle there. And a 2nd and 6 now.
And arguably he's having a good game again tonight. I mean, he's done what he's had to do, and keeping the middle of the defense right for us against Fayetteville tonight.
They'll hand it off to Johnson. Kenyon Johnson getting around that corner. Nate Jackson wraps him up and brings him down.
Once again, great pursuit by Nate Jackson right there. Brings up 3rd down. Looks like about 2 or 3.
Again, patient offense now from Fayetteville. This is a team that has moved so quickly so far in these first 2 games, but now with the clock running down, this close to the end zone, tie ball game, you slow it down, see if you can work that clock a little bit and give the Tigers just a little bit of a window.
Got a little condensed set right here.
Johnson back out there at running back. They hand it off to him. Tries to get around the edge. Can he get there? No, he won't. The Tigers stand him up, but it will be a 1st down at the 2-yard line.
And how confident are you in your offense? Looks like the senior quarterback wants to go for it. This is 4th down. Oh, it's a 1st down. They gave him 1st down.
1st and goal for Fayetteville at the 2. Bringing a heavy set out there. And it looks like Hendricks will follow Satimba's lead on how they scored from just about this same spot earlier on in this ball game. 2-yard line. Snap to the quarterback. No, they'll hand it off. It's to Johnson. In the backfield, it's Gillespie, and they brought him down maybe a half-yard shy.
So now you're going with your heavy package as a defensive unit right now. You bring some DBs out. You get some big boys in there. Looks like Masai's also coming in. Isaiah's in there. Looks like Jackson Ayers is in there. So you want to plug up the A and B gaps right here, Dylan. Try to force them something outside. As long as you keep them lateral, east or west, you should have the speed to run them down.
That's Isaiah Anderson on the defensive line. All the big boys out there. Going to try to get a push and wreak some havoc. Big play. 1 minute and 3 seconds to go. The quarterback goes in motion direct to Johnson. He gets around the edge. Touchdown, Fayetteville. There is a flag down, so the celebration may be short-lived.
Holding on the offense.
A hold goes against the offense, and the marching band has not been told.
It's great.
57 seconds to go. Messiah Owens down on the far side.
Could be another cramp. I mean, once again, Dylan, like I said off the air, once you start to get one or two cramps in the game, it continues to be continuous. You want to try to do your best, try to get some hydration in them, whether it's some sodium. We like to use pickle juice or what we call pickle pops on our sidelines. But, it's just one of those situations. I mean, it's going to be a nagging cramp throughout the rest of this game.
Smoke is starting to clear after the end zone fireworks. Messiah Owens still down. At 9 games played last year, 36 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, an interception against Deer Creek in the playoffs. Been an effective player for these Tigers in the past, and this season getting his first real stint of play. And he's been able to come up with some big plays. On that one, he actually made the hit. He was just there right at the goal line, so Johnson had the momentum and was able to get in.
And they ran off tackle. I mean, they went Wildcat, did their shift game, ran Wildcat, went right off tackle. That's what you want to do on a play like that. And short yardage at the goal line. You don't want to try, as a defense, you want to try to string it out, but they did a great job of just going right off tackle and getting where they needed to get. But obviously there was a hold on that play, and we get new life. Be second down and goal, 2nd and 11. Actually, no, it's 2nd down and goal.
It's 2nd down and goal, but it's 11 yards.
It's 11 yards.
Until you reach the goal line. So definitely going to have to work for a score here if you're the Purple Dogs. Shotgun formation.
Reverse.
Hand off to Johnson. They reverse it to the other Johnson. And he is down at the 7.
Okay, that's a play they ran against Cabot last week also. We sniffed that out. Great job our backside pursuit, especially the safety coming down, making sure that play was not going to go for a touchdown.
Looks like they may have actually spotted him at the 8, and a good point here is that it was a run play, so the clock ticks, and only 30 seconds remaining.
3rd and goal from the 8.
Whistles are blown. Timeout from the Tigers.
Ball's in the middle of the field.
The Purple Dogs still have all 3 of their timeouts with 19 seconds to go. You got to imagine at this point they're happy to settle down if they have to and take a field goal.
Well, you're in a position right here. Yes, you wanted 6 points, but obviously that penalty is kind of a blessing in disguise. But, hey, the game's not over, Dylan. 19 seconds left. You can try to put you, if you are in that situation, want to put yourself in the situation to get the ball to the middle of the field more, get a nice little kick for your kicker. Hey, the game's not over. You play to win the game. You also play to see if we can get to overtime. But, hey, keep fighting. That's what the Tigers are about under this Travis Hill regime right now. And I'm going to put my money right now on our Tigers that we make a stop.
Let me tell you this. If it was the NFL or if it was college and you talk about blocking a kick, it's a little more unlikely.
Exactly.
In high school football, it happens fairly often. There is a chance that the Tigers could get back there and block a field goal attempt if they get just the right hole, just the right gap, and just the right push.
Exactly.
19 seconds to go. 3rd and 8. They will place it on the 8-yard line rather than the 7.
Looks like we're going man-to-man again. BB locked up on the slot, taking away the inside, saying, well, we're gassing here at the bottom.
Likely to run the football, not put it in the air. Hendricks will take a knee. And it will go down in the center of the field.
They'll probably take a timeout with about 3 seconds left.
At the 14-yard line. And there's the timeout with 2 seconds left. And Fayetteville will try to kick for the win here. Tie ball game at 10. And it has been really just knotted up all game long. These two sides have played so well and fought so hard that this moment feels like it was inevitable.
And you know, we talked about it, you know, throughout the whole you know, into the third quarter, into the fourth. You know, hey, this game looks like it's being played to be either A, going to overtime, or somebody winning it at the end with the field goal. And right now, game's on the line. Ball's at about the 14-yard line, right smack dab in the middle of the field. you're going to, like you said, you're going to bring your pressure from the A and B gaps with your big boys, and maybe somebody can come up and get their hands in the air and get the big paws on it.
Both teams came in 1-0. One team will leave with a loss. The Tigers will hope to get a blocked kick or a missed field goal attempt here. But all the eyes and all the pressure are on the freshman kicker here, Ethan Farthing. The snap and the hold. It's up.
He missed it.
No good.
He missed it. He missed it.
He missed the kick.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we're headed to overtime.
Let's go. Let's go. We ain't done. Putting my money on the Tigers, baby.
If
Looks
you
like
watch
Gabe
that
Manning's
replay,
down. Yeah.
The hold, the snap came in low, and it came in sideways, and the holder didn't quite have enough time to set that ball properly. And a freshman kicker in the biggest moment that he's going to see maybe ever, but at least now through his young career, and it gets to him.
Hey, pressure bust pipes. They make diamonds, but they bust pipes. Now we got a ball game. Let's go in overtime. Let's get out of Fayetteville with the victory, Tigers. Let's go.
2 players down for the Tigers here.
So you got Gabe Manning and
it looks like Gillespie is also down. Both of them look like it's just cramping, but both players seeking medical attention.
One thing I can tell you right now, Dylan, the defense has laid it all out on the line tonight. They've exerted all their energy. We got to do it for at least another one more overtime period right here.
And one thing that will be unspoken that maybe will be missed by some is the momentum that changes with the missed field goal and the opportunity to win the game.
Yeah.
Fayetteville's riding high. They feel like they've got it. 14 yards away, one field goal goes up and goes through. It's ball game.
Yeah.
We're happy. We're done.
Yeah.
The Tigers in this scenario end up with more life.
Yes.
They've got more energy. They feel like we just dodged a bullet. Let's go out there and finish this, whereas Fayetteville probably feels a little bit more like, oh, no, we've got to respond.
We got to respond, and right now we're about to go to this coin flip situation right now. Right now you want to take it. If we lose or if we win, whoever gets on defense first will know what they have to do, whether they're going to score a touchdown and go into another overtime or they got to get 3 points to win the ball game. But right now, like I said, the defense has put it all on the line tonight, and I'm going to put it on our defense again as we're looking at possibly going to about, 25-yard line, 2 overtime periods with each team getting 1 possession to score and an attempt for a conversion.
Have to look these things up when you cross state lines, don't
Well,
you? Make sure you know the rules for overtime.
Well, and that's pretty much typical NFHS rules right there. That's the governing body of the of all high school football and all high school sports across the nation. So as we still have a guy right down there at the 35-yard line.
Hey, do you think we can do upcoming schedule right now? Okay, let's do that. As this game starts to come close to a conclusion, at least we'd hope, right? And hope we're not here all night going through multiple overtimes. We'll take a quick look ahead at the Lenny's Subs upcoming schedule. Next up, Mustang. That one is at home, and that feels like a little bit of a breath of fresh air, right? Not having to pack into the vehicle and make the road trip.
Yes, be back in our friendly confines of Tiger Field, Memorial Stadium. Mustang's going to be a tough matchup as that's going to be another top-notch quarterback in the nation.
That'll be a big game, and you mentioned it, 2 quarterbacks back-to-back that are 4-star, 3-star recruits. Jaden O'Neal, the quarterback for the Broncos. It'll be interesting to see how the Tigers combat that. At least you get a little bit of a warm-up with the play of Hank Hendricks and how he's been here tonight.
And also we got Owasso after the bye week. We go to UConn, Edmond, Santa Fe, Norman North, Union, Edmond Memorial, and Westmore to close out the season. And I'll also talk about the quarterback from Owasso. He's not a bad kid himself. He's going to be one of the top kids in the state by the time he's a senior as well.
The coin has been flipped. Fayetteville won the toss, selected defense. And so Jeremiah Satimba points toward the south end zone. That's where the Tigers will go. And BA will get the ball first.
Oh, and that's what you want to do. Like I said, you win the toss, you have the opportunity to choose what you want to do, and you want to go on defense. I mean, you want to know if you got to score a field goal, if you got to score a touchdown. But obviously, Broken Arrow wanted to go away from the band and that little student section that they have over here in Fayetteville. But, you know, hey, ball at the look like they're going to place it at the 10, not the 25.
That's why you can't trust AI, Mo.
No, you can't.
That leads you wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot. That you know, Dylan, I'll actually put that on me. I should have did my research and got the Arkansas rules because a lot of them are different right now. But yes, ball is
10 yards
10
out.
line.
First down. Hand off to Roberson. Met at the goal line, or at the line of scrimmage, excuse me. And he charges forward for a gain of 2. Jax Tidwell on the stop. Satimba goes out wide. Direct snap headed for Samaj Stanford, and immediately a flag goes flying. These are the moments that those errors can really hurt you.
Yeah, so you can't make those type of errors right now in a situation where the ball game is on the line. Second down and long. Basically second and goal. But now you got long yardage to get to the end zone.
They'll now be going from the 14-yard line. Long ways to go. Second down. Satimba back to pass. Steps up. Looks to his right. He's got a man. Peyton Lang again.
The man, Peyton Lang, showing up again. Last week's difference maker of the game. JEI difference maker of the game. Doing it again as he did last week. He's the guy. Jeremiah did a great job being patient in the pocket, stepping up into the pocket, and seeing this guy wide open in the corner of the end zone. 6 points for the Tigers as we look to get the point after right here and get on defense to close this game out.
Peyton Lang is not just a difference maker in one game, boy.
Yeah.
He is a difference maker
so far this
on
season.
The field.
Yes.
In general.
In
it doesn't
general.
matter where you put
Yeah.
him, and he will make a huge difference. And tonight, coming up with the biggest play so far in this ball game, Nick Irvine puts it through the uprights, and the Tigers take the lead here in overtime by 7, 17-10, but the Dogs will get a chance to respond.
And how fitting that now it's going to be on the defense, Dylan. I mean, the defense has fought all night. They've broken, but they haven't. They've been, but they haven't broken. Now it's on the defense tonight. Ball placed at the 10-yard line. I'm putting my money on the defense once again.
I'm glad you bring that up. Obviously, Coach Hill is a hallowed defensive coordinator, defensive mind.
Yes.
Takes over as head coach for the Tigers this year, and he brings in a great defensive staff. He brings in a lot of talent to this program, whether it be from the freshmen that are coming up or from elsewhere, and it's a talented program now that takes over on defense, and that's their calling card. This is where they're going to lean throughout this season, is on their defense. 10 yards away and 4 downs away from leaving Fayetteville with a victory. Hendricks looks right to Johnson. Pass incomplete. Headed right for his helmet, and he couldn't get a grip on it.
He put a little juice on that one, Dylan. I mean, probably if he take a little bit off of that pass, this guy probably catches that. But hey, if you want to be a big-time player in high school football, you got to make that catch. Here it is, second down. Looks like we're running man-to-man again here on the outside at the bottom.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Hendricks rolls right, steps up, fires, incomplete, and it goes right at the hands of Samaj Stanford. He couldn't come down with it.
It's okay.
But it is 3rd down and 10, and a lot of pressure now on these Fayetteville Purple Dogs.
And we got him reeling right now. We'll see what Casey Dick and his offensive staff has dialed up right here, but I can promise you this much. Broken Arrow's ready for this. Craven Higg, they're going to do their job of making the right call right here, and our guys are going to do a great job of defending this right here at the 10-yard line.
We talked about the momentum of that missed field goal at the end of regulation. Then you come back into overtime, and the Tigers score. Now you've got a lot of momentum on that BA side. And Fayetteville with their backs against the wall. 2 plays to decide this ball game. Hendricks goes to the right side. Knocked down. Incomplete. Bryson B.B. Brown is there.
Hey, that's a great job. Great job of Bryson right there. B.B. showing up. Incomplete pass. We got 4th down.
4th and 10. That ball was headed toward Kenyon Johnson, the man who has been the answer for Fayetteville all throughout this ball game, and a timeout for the Fayetteville Purple Dogs. We'll keep it right here because this is too good to leave.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, Dylan, I mean, as a defensive guy, my heart's a little pumping right now because this is what you want right here. You know, it's the second game of the season. These are what we call championship moments early in the season. You know, if your guys show up and they show out and they make the play, these are things that you could take to go on to the season and hopefully be there in December. But it's right here, right now. Our feet are right here, right now. 4th down. The game is on the line. And what else better than the defense to be on the field?
Bryson Brown is a stud. 24 total D1 offers. And he brings a lot of swag, and the team has a lot of swag.
And I love that. That's what I've been talking about all offseason, all spring, all summer. You know, from the moment Travis Hill came in, this team just the confidence that was injected into this program, and that's what you have not seen in the last 4 years.
Exuding confidence right now, and you can see the difference in the 2 sidelines. Fayetteville scrambled, looking like they're trying to figure out what to do, whereas BA's confident. They know that they have this, and they're 1 play away from finishing the job.
And what I like is Smosh going to take away the middle of the field. Look like they got an isolation up at the top. Might look for a fade route.
This is the moment. Hendricks drops back, looks right, rolling right, throwing across his body, and it's caught. Unbelievably. What a play from Fayetteville.
What a play.
And what a throw to Katavian Taylor. The Purple Dogs respond.
Wow, that was incredible. What an incredible play. Buying time, the quarterback buying time. One-on-one, not only with one of our best cornerbacks right there. He throws a little bit on the inside. Our cornerback's on the outside right there. He catches on the inside. Now the all-important point after right here.
It looked like from my vantage point that Katavian Taylor caught the backside of that ball. That means he was just inches away from letting that slip through. But instead, we go into yet another overtime, but there is a flag.
Can't go over the top. Can't go over the top like that. That's a safety situation right there, so you can't go over the top. Hey, this is fun, Dylan. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, regardless, I mean, that we're going into another overtime, but this is fun. So they're talking to him, might give him some options, might give the head coach, Casey Dick, some options right here, whether he takes a field goal.
So they will re-kick.
So it's either going to be a kick or they're going to go for 2 to try to win the ball game.
Placed at the 1.5-yard line.
So this is, I mean, we talk about confidence. I mean, now you put the football at the 1.5-yard line.
I think most coaches would say go for it.
And
the
he's going for it.
Trots out there.
Hey, we're good. Hey, just show up. This is it right here. This is it right here. Looks like we got a timeout for our guys.
Broken Arrow will take a timeout. And you got to imagine, as the Tigers just did, everybody that weighs 250 plus is going to be out there for the Tigers.
You're getting the big boys in. You're probably going to play man-to-man. Once again, I like our DBs against their receivers. You got to put pressure on Hendricks. You got to get him off his spot. Got to get him in duress. You got to make him make a play. Make him make a good throw. You know, I mean, you got to close the windows. Backers got to do what they got to do. Get their hands out, close the windows. So we'll see what our defense has drawn up right here. So it looks like he's going to keep the ball placed in the middle of the field. Give a little two-way right there. Obviously, sometimes they give you the option of where you want to place the football on a point after try. So it looks like the coach, Casey Dick's going to keep the ball at the middle of the field. 1.5-yard line. I mean, once again, Dylan, this is what it's about. If you want to be a program They'll know how to win ball games whenever you have to win ball games. Fayetteville's been there. They've won state championships. Broken Arrow's trying to get there. So this is a situation right here where our boys got to step up and make a play right here to win this ball game.
The Purple Dogs are on the doorstep.
They got heavy personnel in for offense too.
Big boys in on offense and on defense. Motion, snap, handoff. Johnson to the outside. Owens is there. Did he get through? He's in.
He got in.
And Fayetteville will take the win. An overtime victory. The Tigers felt like they had it. 4th down from the 10-yard line in overtime. A miraculous throw from Hendricks to Katavian Taylor. Gets 6 points on the board. They go for the PAT. They keep things square. A penalty against the Tigers. Purple Dogs go for 2. They get it. And that's ball game.
Hey, big ups to Fayetteville for doing what they did. But I'm going to tell you right now, being the guy that I am, and I'm a Broken Arrow guy, obviously we work for ArrowVision, and we are Broken Arrow kids. But I'm going to tell you right now, I like what I see out of this ball club. I like what I see. I mean, we're fighting. We're not going to give up. We just don't roll over for anybody anymore. This is one of those type of games where we're going to look back in November and in December, hopefully, and we're going to look back at this game and we're going to circle this game and say, hey, you know what? That's when we grew up. That's when we became the program we became because of Travis Hill and what his guys have done. These players, even though it's a non-district game and we got this loss, I still have faith in our guys, and I know our guys will respond to this next week going into Mustang for that first home game.
Tigers fall to 1-1, but a hard-fought loss here tonight at Harmon Field. 18-17 is the final score. And the Tigers will meet up with Coach Hill after they shake hands with the Purple Dogs. Things still chippy down there as they have been all game long. Having to separate a few Tigers from a few Fayetteville players.
Come on, guys, just get off the field. We don't want no situation where kids are going to be not being able to play next week.
Obviously not ever a safe situation when the field is rushed and the student section got down on the field within moments. And now our players having to make sure that they get away from too much trouble. And this has become a tradition with Coach Hill where he has the players circle up, take a knee around him, and they have a little bit of a post-game pep talk. Last week it was much more positive, I'm sure, than it will be this week. But even so, there's a lot of positives to take away from this ball.
There is. There's big-time positives to take away. You don't always want to say a loss is good for your program. Right now, I can tell you right now, this is right here. This is good for us. This is good for us going into not only next week, we're going into district play. We know we can play with anybody. We just play with one of the best teams in the state of Arkansas. And I can tell you right now, this is a ball club that I would not want to play in the coming weeks in Broken Arrow.
We've talked a lot in this early part of the season. We talked a lot in the summer and the spring about this team needing to learn how to win.
Yes.
They won in week 1, and it looked like they responded very well to that. And at least you can take that away and say, you know what? They didn't come in here thinking, oh, you know what? We can take our foot off the gas. We won this ball game. We're good to go. They came in, put their heads down, went to work, and tried to get this victory in overtime. Just fell short.
It fell short. I mean, and it's heartbreaking. It really is. I mean, but like I said, it's good. I love it. I hate to say that, but I don't hate to say that, Dylan. But we're going to be okay. And we showed resiliency tonight in some situations. You know, we did give up the touchdown there at the end or the 2-point conversion. But, you know, if we don't have that penalty, you know, we're probably still playing in overtime right now. You know, so but we have to look at the film. We have to know that we made mistakes on offense. We missed some passes that could have been big plays. Defensively, we played lights out tonight. We played lights out tonight. If you only give up 18 points to a team that just put up 66 last week, I'll take my defense all day long.
So the Tigers fall to 1-1, as we mentioned earlier on with the Lenny's upcoming schedule. The Tigers will be playing Mustang next Friday night on September 12th. That'll be at home, and that's a big home game, not just because it is the home opener, but also because it is the 25th anniversary of Tiger Memorial Stadium, and we'll be honoring our great field on that night. Something to look forward to is not only just the festivities around that, but of course the matchup against yet another great quarterback and a great defense in this Tiger team. Will look to go up against Jaden O'Neal and the Mustang Broncos next Friday.
And it's going to be a great game. It really is. You know, one of the top quarterbacks in the nation coming into Tiger Stadium, you know, Memorial Stadium, Tiger Field, and I look forward to that matchup next week.
Madison Dildine is down on the field with head coach Travis Hill. Our interview with Coach Travis Hill is brought to you by Spring Dental. Madison.
Coach, obviously not the outcome that you wanted, but what are your takeaways from tonight?
Yeah, you know, our whole deal to come over here was to stay healthy and get better. I think we got better. It's not a lot of fun to lose one like that, but again, it's a game of inches, and I just got the pleasure of watching the little two-point conversion there. We just fit a little wide. If not, we'll probably come out a different way. So it's a learning experience. We're not going to take nothing back negative. We're going to always take something and make it a positive.
A lot of penalties tonight. Where are some areas that you'd like to clean up for our home opener?
We got to continue. We did the same thing last week with our substitutions. You know, we got to clean all those little things up. We can't, you know, we're a good team, but we're not a great team yet, and we can't overcome playing behind chains and with penalties. So, you know, those are things that we need to work on and get better, and we got to do that really quick because we play another good football team next week.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madison. Thank you, Coach Hill. And thank you, Spring Dental, for sponsoring our interviews both at halftime and post-game with Coach Hill. We talked about it. You got to take some positives away from this, and Coach Hill obviously looking in a positive lens at this game and able to say, you know what, at least we got better tonight and are prepared for that next matchup.
And that's what you want. I mean, we talked to him at the beginning of during pregame, and everything he said is the same thing that he said to us in pregame. Stay healthy. You know, come out of this ball game a better ball club, and we did those two things. You know, it is heartbreaking, especially for a defensive coach. You know, like Coach Hill. You know, you lose a ball game right there. You fit just a little bit wide, and if you don't fit a little bit wide, and you make that fit a little bit tighter, you stop him right before the goal line. And that's the little things that you see on film, and that you're going to understand as a ball player, that if you make that fit a little bit quicker and a little bit tighter, we're coming out of that victorious.
Obviously, the expectation is to win every ball game, but as you know, Coach, it's next to impossible to go undefeated in a high school football season.
Yeah.
It's just such a gauntlet, especially when you're in 6A Tulsa area high school football.
Yeah.
It's a difficult path. So as much as you want to win every single game, there's going to be these hiccups. There's going to be these moments, but it's how you respond that matters the most.
Exactly, and it's how you respond, and I believe we will respond the right way. I mean, I'm anxious to hear what his message to the team was, but I'm also tell you this. The beauty of this is it's a non-district game. It has no bearing on what happens, you know, when district play starts. It just has a bearing on your overall record. But we both know how this type of a game will go into district play, and I believe that the way we played in this type of a ball game will bode well when we go to district play.
Well, Coach, I'll let you simmer on a difference maker of the game while I give a shout out to a couple of our One Club sponsors, both Shields and the Arrow Group. The Arrow Group, a division of Alliant Insurance Services, is proud to support Broken Arrow Public Schools based here in Broken Arrow. They provide risk management and insurance programs for businesses across our region. From contractors to manufacturers to professional offices, you can trust the Arrow Group to protect what matters most. Our difference maker of the game is brought to you by Joseph Enterprise Incorporated, JEI. Our JEI difference maker of the game, Coach Mo, is?
I'm going to go with Octavian Roberson just for the simple fact that he ran hard in the second half. Ran behind that line. I would like to give it to the line as well. I mean, they did a great job in the second half. I think they had a little bit more attitude. That's something we did learn more in the second half about this offense, is that our offensive line got a little bit more attitude to him. So I'm going to give it to Octavian. He did a great job running the football, put the team on his back in the second half, and he did a great job. And, you know, being a one-man show, even though Sango was out and Grayson Betts came in to spare him a little bit, he still put the team on his back and ran for the yardage that he ran for.
I'm glad you brought up Grayson Betts. I wanted to give him a shout-out for the way he ran the ball as well. Had some really strong, hard runs up the middle and gained some good yardage in his varsity debut. So a shout-out to him and a great effort from him.
He had a depth. He had a depth to the running back room, and he proved it tonight against a good defense.
One more time, we'll shout out the rest of our One Club sponsors: Quick Trip, St. Francis Health System, Tulsa Bone and Joint, TTCU, and the First National Bank of Broken Arrow, also BA Public Schools Foundation. We'll take one more look at that Lenny's upcoming schedule and look at the Mustang game still to come. Owasso coming after that on the September 28th Friday evening. There is a bye week in between that, September 26th, excuse me. Yeah. October 3rd, we are at UConn. Then Edmond Santa Fe comes to Tiger Memorial Stadium, Norman North, Union, Edmond Memorial, and Westmore will finish out the schedule. Coach, any concluding thoughts?
Hey, watch film tomorrow morning. Forget about it. Move on to Mustang, and let's keep the train rolling as we're going back home for our first home game in the Travis Hill era.
18-17 final, a 1-point loss here on the road at Fayetteville in overtime, but the Tigers fought hard, and the game closes out the way that they would not have hoped. But again, you turn your attention to Mustang, and we will turn our attention to Mustang as well. Keep everything plugged in with ArrowVision. We've got a lot of great things going on throughout the week, whether it be Uncaged, Inside Tiger football, or anything in between. Make sure you stay plugged in on our socials. A lot of great content coming out. Of course, Coach Mo and I will be back on Friday with Madison Dildine, and you'll want to tune into that. That'll be at home on September 12th, and we hope to see you then. Have a great night, everybody.